check one more time.
Hello, beautiful people. Hello.
Welcome to Mommy Monday.
Oh no.
Umami. For
That's what I said, didn't I?
I'm sorry. I signed up for Daddy Tuesdays. So
goodness. Well,
Come
sorry
back
about that
tomorrow.
delay, everyone. But thanks for sticking in there.
yeah,
appreciate it.
That.
All
You
right.
all are beautiful.
Thanks.
Well, we're
Well, this
Playotic
is
and
like-
we're playing D&D.
Yeah, and I feel like alien because this is like the part where I would probably like segue into like a little bit of a recap, but I didn't DM last week and I watched the
didn't.
VOD, but I don't feel like I could really recap with sufficient justice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's fair. I'm giving you shit because I don't want to do it, but I definitely will. I think I have to take a little bit.
I mean, you don't have to do it. We
responsibility.
have players here that can do it.
Yeah,
you're
Throom
right.
killed a guy.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I am part of the
Throw
roll-up.
killed a man.
Let's do it old-fashioned style. Let's do a roll-up.
Yeah, there was horses
We
and a man
committed
on
a
fire,
crime.
and I killed a guy with a trident.
Me and
Seven.
Nolan were not
13.
here, so I'm not
7.
rolling for shit.
Throom, where'd you get that grenade?
I don't know. Thank you, Nolan, for getting my reference. I need my dice.
I'm riding a fuzzy tractor.
Are there people out there that don't get Anchorman references?
I hope not.
That
I didn't wanna
movie's
live in
older
that
than you probably
reality.
think it
I've never
is.
seen Anchorman, so
What?
sorry.
That was in the prime of Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, just dumb movies.
Well.
Yeah.
Although John C. Reilly's not in that movie, but in the
Step
movies where they're
Brothers,
both
though.
just playing adult man children, and they're all brilliant movies.
Like
It's just-
Walk
they're not-
Hard?
They're not great movies, but they're hysterical movies.
We
They
should
know what
watch
they
it.
are.
Yeah.
I got a 10. I was stalling for time.
Good job.
I got a 7. Did I get the lowest roll?
So far, it sounds like it.
7, right?
What are we
Yeah, I got
rolling?
13. Yeah, you're the lowest.
Oh, just roll a d20 to recap for your adventure last Monday.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, because you were there,
Lois
Alan.
has to retell it. I wasn't here because I was dying.
I got a 16.
Clearly you
I'm fine,
survived, so you
Thank God.
What did you get?
16.
Shit. All right.
Mick.
Let's go, Mick, baby!
This always happens. I always get like the lowest roll. Usually I just start telling what happened after I roll because I'm always the lowest. Anyway,
I can start you off if you want.
be my guest.
So, in a case of DM railroading, in order to stall for time for my inevitable return, there was a beer sale at the local inn. The party was on their way. Well, first off, the party is in the town of Frantflingfar, which is a little tinkerer village of gnomes, and they were investigating some mysterious disappearances of two of the top tinkerers, Master Frazee and Jatepo. They were about to, after discovering a couple of clues, some blues clues, head over to Master Frazee's burrow and head on in and see what's going. But a gnome came out of nowhere, was like, "There's a sale on beer! This way!" and just left. And of course, the party, hook, line, and sinker, you know, as Brahm so eloquently put it, there's no such thing, or beer being on sale is never a bad thing. So, and as he rightly pointed out, bars never put sales on beers or alcoholic beverages. It just doesn't happen. That's not a
Doesn't
thing that
happen,
bars
no.
and inns do.
No.
So, of course, they went to the inn to investigate. Where, and my memory is a little fuzzy here, but I believe a bar fight broke out. And I don't know really how or why, to be honest with you, but I do remember Scree reaching up on top of the little bar and finding a glass and yeeting it across the tavern, where it thunked a dwarf in the head and promptly killed him. Oh, I remember why they were in a fight, because Throom's a racist and he hates dwarfs.
You know, I was going to. I thought you were just leading in. I didn't realize you're going to do the whole thing.
You can stop me at any time. Go for it.
I didn't realize that you're waiting for me. So, I mean, that's really the nail on the head here. Is that alcohol and racists don't mix, and when you do mix them together, it results in crime and murder, which is exactly what happened. Because Throom, in a racist rage, murdered a dwarf. He was justified in his mind because, well, a dwarf killed his family, or dwarves killed his family, one of the two. But he went into a murderous rage, beat this dwarf within an inch of his life, and then Scree, who was just chucking glasses from behind the bar, actually killed the dwarf when the glass hit his head. But of course, none of the party realized this because they just assumed it was Throom because he, beat this dwarf within an inch of his life. And Brahm may, or may not, mostly may, have gone Johnny Cage on this dude's beanbag. So, just work the old speed bag. So then we saw our
Pummeled that
wonderful-
grundle.
Yeah, he. Oh boy, did he pummel it. So then there is a
20, you son of a
situation.
bitch. Go ahead. Go ahead.
There is a situation in which there was a bit of a confusion. Brahm was under the expectation that because they have a doctor traveling with them, that maybe he could administer some sort of medical attention to this dwarf. In fact, no, he could not. And then they decided to bury the corpse to absolve themselves of the crime, basically cover up the evidence, if you will. This led to them going to the graveyard. This also led to Scree and Brahm acquiring a shovel, in which they acquired by Brahm testing the shovel on the head of the shopkeeper, which Abel then went acquired the unconscious shopkeeper, thinking him dead by checking his pulse. As one does, but I question Abel's medical qualifications that he could not feel a pulse, and then he assumed that this shopkeep was dead when he was not. They threw his body on a pyre. He woke back up. So then the party decided that the prudent thing to do would be to frame this shopkeeper for the murder of this dwarf. They were also joined by Pagan, a new friend. I believe he's a storm sorcerer. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, so new friend, Pagan, who they discovered in the bar with a water ganassi, who's not here right now.
Hold the horses. What did you just say? What race?
Water Ganassi?
Ganassi. Just curious.
Why?
I've said Genasi for my entire D&D career. I've never heard Ganassi before.
I've always said it in my head, but every time somebody said Genasi, I was like, am I wrong?
Just curious. It's never occurred to me.
I'm a fucking Maverick chief, so I'm gonna say it
actually,
how I want.
It's actually Nasi. The G is silent, like in the pasta.
I'm
Is
not
this a
confident
GIF
enough
debate?
to just shit on your pronunciation. So
Go right ahead.
I cannot. I might be the idiot.
Is this
so
the GIF of
that's exactly
D&D?
what it is. Yeah, the GIF GIF. I think that's artificer and artificer.
It's artificer.
Dude, that is so. God.
What do you say? Aluminium? Is that what you say too?
Are you British?
If a word didn't have a point of emphasis, or it's like artificer or
You mean
artificer,
the emphasis on the syllable?
Yeah. It's if it didn't have any point of
Artificer.
emphasis, artificer. Just
Artificer. What are you saying?
artificer.
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 That's artificer. That's point of emphasis on the fi.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, besides it being wrong.
Clearly, you think it's not wrong. Why is that wrong? It's artificer.
So tell me about this big water G.
Oh yeah, the
G.
water GIF Nazi.
I don't want to be here anymore. Can I go? No.
Guinea pig.
Ganassi.
that our new
Water
person?
Ganassi. Yeah, Nazi. Maybe she was an artificer. I don't know.
She might have been.
In any case, we acquired new friends, and we're setting up a frame job, and that's where we're opening, in which Brahm is laying out the plan in how they frame this shopkeeper for the murder of this dwarf before they continue on their quest to investigate the bone surgeon.
Bone saw.
And also,
It's
didn't
ready.
Throom run off at the end?
Yeah, threw him
that's
at
right,
the
he
very
did
end of
run.
last week. Ran off because he realized that the cat that he thought was named like himself was not there after he got put to sleep. So he ran off in a random direction, hoping that it would lead to the tavern. But he was asleep and also is not very bright, and just like, I gotta find the cat.
Must find this cat. Boom. Okay, so yeah, that's where we are. Mr. Dungeon Master, please take it away. It's Artificer.
I agree, Artificer. And in a massive moment of panic where I didn't actually finish the VOD and I thought you were done with your shenanigans, the parrot once again springs back to life. Quack! Master requires aid! Master requires aid! Quack!
What?
Well, I suppose we should probably go check out his master, which I can only imagine is the Bone Tailor given its construction.
Let me understand this correctly.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the midst of a frame job, and we're just going to leave in the midst of it.
I just thought maybe this one would work itself out.
Hold on a second. Brahm takes a dagger and stabs the dwarf's corpse a few times, puts it in the hand of the unconscious shopkeeper, takes out his flask, pours some booze on him. All right, that ought to take care of things.
Can I walk in as this is happening with like a giant lollipop and cotton candy and my
And
drink?
And you're holding Throom's hand like he's your lost child, but he's got like the cat in his other arm.
And he's also got cotton candy. And I'm just
Yes.
like, hey, what are you doing?
Just
Why is there a dead dwarf on ground?
this gnome
Groom
murdered him in a
killed him.
drunken rage. It was the craziest thing, right, Abel?
Yes, it was crazy and a little bit unexpected, given the outcome. Throom, why do you... Why? I suppose we should just ask you why.
Look at her. What is going on? I am so
Why,
confused. From what?
Throom not know. Why? What?
Why did you kill the dwarf, Throom? Throom, murder is not a casual subject. This is not something that should be routine for you. Explain yourself.
Throom has Throom does not like dwarfs.
We pieced that
Can't-
one together.
Throom not control himself well when dwarf around.
Brahm takes his flask and takes a drink. You've got to understand something, Throom. Self-control is a very important trait to have. And he takes another drink from the flask.
That sounds like terrible advice coming from you, friend. Like, how's your liver?
It's fine and dandy. I'm in perfect control of this situation
Very
right now.
poor, Enria.
I don't have a problem. I always have alcohol.
Throom, you know that murder is not okay. I need not explain this to you. So why do you think it is acceptable?
What is murder?
It is when someone lays down and does not get back up.
You punched the dwarf man until he stopped moving. Or breathing. Or your other living function.
Why?
This dwarf was actually on a mission, Throom. And you've robbed him of that mission in the afterlife.
Was it a mission of life? It probably did something terrible to Thrum that we did not understand.
No, he was looking for his long-lost brother.
Oh, well, now he can tell his long-lost brother that his brother is dead and no more. Yay!
I do not buy this
What?
act, Throom. You know exactly what you've done. You cannot do this accidentally. I saw your intent.
Just gonna eat my
Thrum.
candy.
Throom killed dwarf
Exactly. Now, why?
because he dwarf killed brother bear. He grips the claws around his neck.
Dwarves killed your
Throom.
family.
Throom not a good at controlling Throom when dwarfs around.
Do you think dwarves are able to resist themselves when they see bears? Or do you think dwarves kill all bears? that may be too complex for Thrum.
He's got like math equations flying in his face.
You're right.
Brom walks over and puts an arm around Thrum while he takes a puff of his pipe. Here's the thing, Thrum. When you lose control and do something like that, you put us in danger. Your actions caused us to have to take drastic measures. He motions towards the corpse of the dwarf and the unconscious shopkeeper. So, you have to understand, you need to control that temper. Because if you don't, it may end up controlling you. And that's not a good thing. He takes another hit of his pipe and blows it in Thrum's face. Now get your shit together around dwarves.
Now this shopkeep is going to have to live his entire life knowing that he was a murderer.
Absolutely. He, in a drunken rage, attacked this poor, innocent dwarf, and that's just sad.
So I have solution.
Yes.
The notorious DRAKE could just eat the body
Yes, but there's
instead
still going
of
to be
staging
teeth
a
and
weird murder.
bones. No, we didn't. This is where we came in a drunken rage. He killed this dwarf. And
Are you gaslighting me?
Do drakes
No.
eat? I mean,
This is what happened.
the dwarf is larger than the drake. I don't think the drake can finish it.
Also,
Hey, what are all you doing? And two gnome town's guardsmen come around the corner, seeing you huddled around these bodies. What is going on here?
We just
Thrum just
found.
points over.
Nobody speak. We'll do the investigating here. And they walk up, and they just one kind of keeps an eye on you all, and the other one walks up to the bodies and.
Abel is gonna. Abel is going to whisper to Thrum. Do not say anything. You are a mute. Not
your,
yet.
your
just
mod
holding-
is
I wanna
not
hold his
working,
hand.
Sumner.
Not.
Yeah,
You
it's
are
been real nice
perfect.
hearing this voice from you, though.
Ah, thank you. He's gonna look to Thrum and whisper, "Just do not say anything.
Nope.
There it
You are
goes.
mute." What? Is it working?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
What?
Yes, it was
It
working.
should be working.
It's hard to tell your smooth and sultry voice from Abel's voice, to be honest. But no, I think it is working now.
I'll make it more dramatic.
There we go.
There's the boy.
There he is. Hello, everybody. All right.
So you
cool.
say that to Thrum, and the gnome's just like,
Hello.
Oh yeah, no, it's very clear. So obviously, this gnome beat to death this dwarf, then stabbed himself multiple times and threw himself on the pyre because he felt so ashamed by his actions. It's a clear-cut case. Okay, you all are free to go.
Man, I knew the gnome investigation crew would definitely handle this.
We
You
should
guys are
leave
incredible.
immediately.
We should go. Yes.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yes. And farewell.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna just lead Thrum away. I'm still holding his hand.
Yeah, Thrum is following like by the hand, but he is like trying to process what they said. A lot of things that were big words really fast, so he's just like,
Man, those guys are really on it. Let's go.
All of a
We'll
sudden
take it from here. Thank you for finding the bodies.
You are
so
very
you're
welcome.
a law and order
Just
thief.
simply doing our civil duty. Thank you.
Hey, if you'd like to leave a survey for my manager, my name's Dick Wolf.
I really appreciate you keeping law and order here.
I really
This was
understand
special
law and order.
gnomes unit, if I've ever seen it.
God damn it.
Oh, these random sound
Who is doing
you
this?
got a lot of sound effects just ready, don't you?
Well, I suppose we should make our way towards the Dr. Bonesaw.
Bonetail.
Yeah, let's go. Let's leave, please. This is just too
Goodbye.
strange.
Goodbye, everybody.
Pagan's
Abel is
gonna
going
fly
to.
out.
Pagan, what?
Goodbye.
Sorry.
No, I interrupted
go
you. What did you say?
I was going to ask who's Dr. Bonestaw because Pagan has no idea.
Nope.
His entire interaction has been setting a body on fire and then
And playing a song.
and
Yeah.
also, yeah. And then my friend left me. I don't know where Beth went.
Yeah, that's right. Where did Beth go? I think I heard that she was going to get another drink. It's
I think-
11 a.m.
I think her and Scree decided to be somewhere else.
The
Well,
beer
they're
is
not
on
here.
sale.
Clearly.
There's like a carnival happening, and they have like candy and stuff, and that is where like I got all this really nice stuff, and I found Thrum with the cat, so maybe they went there.
Maybe. We'll find them. But in any case, there's something we need to investigate.
Yeah. Well, the Bone Tailor, this bird won't shut up, so let's go shut it up.
Good call. Lead the way, Doc.
Abel starts going to where he believes the Bone Tailor's workshop is, because I think we only got a direction.
Yeah, they pretty much everybody
that's
that's
the edge of town by the cemetery,
Right.
to the west, I believe.
Yep,
And we are at the
west
cemetery.
of town.
Cemetery
Yeah, so
adjacent.
cemetery adjacent, kitty corner, whatever your regional dialect is for that particular phrase.
I've never heard kitty corner, but okay.
Yeah, it's a thing, you know.
Is
but
it?
Don't mind us Michiganians, we're stupid.
No.
Okay.
Your culture is unique and should be preserved.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there must, you know, the, like sliding doors. No, that's a door wall, obviously.
What the fuck?
So anyway, you make your way across from the cemetery. Cemetery? I'm not going to further that joke anymore because that's a dangerous path.
Thank you. My mind went to the same place, and I was like, "Oh, don't say that, Dylan."
And you locate the entrance to Master Frazie's burrow, which you immediately noticed is obstructed by half-closed brass doors with sharp edges.
Smooth edges.
Thrum pushes them open, just like
Whoa, be careful.
I don't think it matters with him. He's a strong boy.
Make me a strength check.
okay. I heard half open, so I was like, "It can't be that difficult."
He
I
tries
should
to
clarify, it's more like they're kind of like sliding doors and they haven't shut all the way.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, I got a
Goes to push
17.
them.
Yeah, Thrum goes to push them. Yeah, he does.
other way. Try to push other way.
Thrum puts his arm to the other side of the door and pushes, but outwards
It's like that.
towards
This is
himself.
like
Like
that. I
being
think
told
we
to
should
push the other
leave.
way. He's
Skit.
like,
Do what, Sumner?
It's like that. I think you should leave skit where it's a push to open door and he pulls it.
Yeah. And it's like clearly not meant to go that way, but he's just like, no, I got this.
Yeah.
DC, you got a 17 on your strength check?
yes.
It's not budging.
Wow. I
Abel,
wasn't
maybe you
expecting
should
that.
help strong Thrum because apparently he's not strong like right now. Maybe he's rattled by the murder he did.
Abel walks up to the doors and slides one of them. Tries to slide one of them into the pocket.
Make a dexterity save.
Damn, I should have known.
It's like this.
How does an 8 do?
An 8 results in 4 slashing damage as you cut yourself on the sharp edges of these doors.
Thrum goes to imitate Abel and tries to slide it in.
Make a dexterity save.
Is this something I
Okay.
can see? Because I have advantage on those that I can see.
Yeah, I mean, you can clearly see that this is a sharp edge that if you're not careful, you can cut
Okay.
yourself
Well,
on.
I got a 16.
A 16. Ooh. 5 slashing damage.
I'm not raging anymore. That's full damage.
Maybe if we
Full damage.
How big is the gap?
Oh,
Yeah.
Could a fairy fit through?
You could probably wiggle your way through, but it's gonna it's gonna take some effort. Make a perception check though.
I forgot to play D&D for a second. Sorry. There you go.
It's okay.
Cool. That's a 5.
A 5. Okay.
I would like to assist him to add a +3 to that 5.
Okay, an 8. So you realize that Scree could easily walk through this. And Pagan, you're a fairy, right?
Yeah, I'm a small boy.
Okay, so you're actually
included
size class small.
Yep.
Okay, so you and Scree, if Scree were here, you could walk through it no problem. But everybody else, especially Throom and probably Abel, they're gonna have to really suck it in.
Abel is taller than Throom, but Throom is wider than Abel.
Right. They're
It's a
both
Bert and
unique
Ernie
challenges.
situation for sure.
Can I want to cast 2 spells on the bigger guys here. Can I
Okay.
do reduce person on Throom and Abel?
I believe you
Shrink them
can.
by half?
Does that require willing people?
Yeah.
Like they have to be willing, otherwise it's a save.
Yep. So
Throom wondering, do I really want to be small?
Well, no, I'm thinking of would Throom be willing? Because he doesn't understand it. And does that mean it's
Well,
willing or not? I guess that
Pagan wouldn't take the time to tell you guys what he's doing. He would just cast the spell on you.
I guess Throom wouldn't be willing. What's the save? Is it?
Constitution 14.
Well, I'm a barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this might not work.
Abel is willing.
21.
Woo.
Let me try to explain.
You blow your pixie dust on me to shrink me, and Throom just.
Wow, thanks. And Abel walks through.
Abel, you notice as you walk through that there's a little mechanism on the other side of the door that you could probably fiddle with to get the door to open. Like the doors are obviously damaged in some manner.
Does it look like a lever or like a series of gears? Like what does it look like?
Yeah, it's like a control panel, like the facade has fallen off of, and it's like gears, and you could probably just kind of like figure out what's jammed in there.
Can I do investigation?
Yeah.
Try and open these doors. 13.
13. So you notice that with probably a good sleight of hand check, you could probably get this door open.
Boy. 17.
Hey, all right. So you're like fiddling with the gears and whatnot, and like whatever was in there, you hear a pop and a spring, and then the gears start whirring, and the door slide open.
Woo. There you go, Ethereum. We're in.
Throom steps in. I'm imagining this is a gnome house. I imagine it's like not built for large people. Like it can accommodate a large sized person, but a large, medium sized creature would be very tight.
Let me tell you, you would be surprised. The door opens into an inclined tunnel with smooth and rocky sides. There's no source of light except for the light coming down from the entrance, and the tunnel slopes down towards a small, round workshop that's bored into the earth. The gears, the sheets of metal, and drawers full of different sized screws seem ordinary enough, but a moment's glance tells you that this workshop does not belong to an ordinary tinkerer. And that's what you see from the top of the stairs.
Throom takes the bear pelt around his waist and puts it on the ground, fur side down, sits on it, and holds like the legs up, and attempts to slide down this hill.
I want to climb on his back and cling to him like a monkey. I'm using spider climb because I'm a damn fear. So I'm just adhered to him like a gecko on a wall.
He has no choice in the matter.
Are you saying that I'm large enough to require a climbing speed?
Yes. I'm a small elf.
Are we able to slide down this path, or is it not that steep and we're just sitting there on the bear pelt like?
It's not that steep. You could easily just walk down it.
Abel pushes you.
Yeah. Do some gust as well to help push.
It's like when you try to go down a kid slide when you're just a little bit too old for it, and it's just like.
I was thinking more like, it snows and you go out to a hill to slide down on something to slide on, but like the hill it's like the closest hill, so it's not like the best hill.
Right.
And you start to slide down and you go like, shh, and you're like, oh, I need to find a steeper hill.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You could pretend, you could use your imagination and go, woo, do, but it's really just not the same.
Yeah.
Now, Thrum, look at me. If there is a dwarf in this place, do not, I repeat, do not kill them. Can you do that?
Thrum, not no. Thrum has killed every dwarf Thrum has seen.
Great. So only room we have is up. So we're going to start with knocking them unconscious and not killing them. Is that possible?
Thrum.
It
try.
looks like they're dead.
Thrum not control Thrum when Thrum see dwarf.
Okay. I'll take that as a maybe.
You notice as you enter the room, it says Master Frazie's marvelous room of dwarf illusions.
Thrum goes absolutely bananas, punching every illusion in a. Thrum uses his second rage for the day, and just tries to kill every dwarf in here, but they're illusions, so he just punches through them, which makes him more angry. So he tries harder, and
I'm still on your back as this happens.
Brahm's going to.
This doesn't really happen. I should
Okay,
just
I was about to
I
say,
figured.
I'll deal with this shit.
So
Sun's going down, big guy.
as you descend into the burrow, you enter the first room of the workshop, and you notice a mummified human arm dangling from the ceiling, fingers clutching a lamp with a pull chain that seems to ignite the wick within. Skulls of various animals sorted by size and color. They're arranged on the walls, each with detailed drawings and calculations inked onto them. There's a polished wooden shelf, which is attached to the wall by a strange ropey material that might be dried intestine. And it's covered with dozens of precisely perforated beetle wings. The workshop is filled with creature parts and tools to manipulate those parts, displayed unabashedly alongside the more mundane tinkerer's equipment. Adding to the strangeness of this workshop are evident signs of a struggle. Tools and components once neatly tucked, hung, or stacked away are chaotically strewn about. Oil and other viscous liquids form puddles on the floor, and an entire set of shelves has been knocked onto its side, spilling its contents of shells, antlers, and butterfly wings onto the floor.
Thrum's gonna pick up the antlers and put them on Enra's head, like.
This is me now. Accept me.
Abel's going to investigate for a weapon of some kind, like a use of the weapon of like a struggle, basically.
Yeah,
That'd be perception?
investigation.
Investigation, okay. 10.
So as you're walking around this cluttered room, you trip over who knows what, a hammer or something, and you land on some shears or just something pointy, and you take 2 bludgeoning damage.
Wow, okay.
Watch your step.
I have to pee.
Then why didn't you go before we came?
No, I have to pee. Me.
Yes. Oh, you. like Enra, you. I. Who else? We.
Oh,
Do,
no
do
one-
we have to pee?
Yeah.
Okay then. I
You got
suppose.
time to pee unless you want to go to a break now.
No, I'll do that. If we don't want to break yet, I can just go pee.
We'll be right
Yeah.
back, guys, after this short break.
something, but I don't know.
Okay, can I have that key?
Yeah, of course. Here you go.
And the key just out of it.
I lean over to Red. Do you understand a thing that's being said right now?
But you don't change who I am. We could walk around as a group initially, and then if it starts to spin, we can go from there.
I'd agree.
Okay.
And worth noting, it's not illegal if you don't get caught. That is Waterdeep 101.
Yep,
It is still illegal.
Mordecai, you stress me out like a whole lot, buddy. I'm trying to like you, but my stress levels are here when I'm with you.
Zarina, you look great.
I will punch you in the throat right now.
Damn, that usually works.
Did anyone talk to anyone that saw?
I look horrific. Let me pull up my photo of my face. It is just horrific. Oh wait, it's being covered. There we go.
So you come up and she's like, ah!
And I bite at her ankles until she falls to the floor, and then I eat her face off. That's awful, but I did it.
All right. So she's like, oh, no, it's okay. And then you just bite her ankles, and she's like,
It's not okay.
In pain. You leech onto her face, and she is no more.
I imagine we just
give a
hear
shit.
this.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
like after a few minutes, we see like blood dripping from the ceiling.
You hear screaming followed by silence.
I come back down the stairs
That's
and
the
I
sound of
high-five
forgiveness.
Igor. Thanks for
looks-
having my back, Igor.
Uwu looks terrified and then sees Chubby come down the stairs and he's like, oh, thank
The real world. So he granted me wishes as if that is true, but he's not limited to 3. And I did wish for a child, but you can't just wish life into existence. You have to have it made. And, we naturally came to the agreement that a child is the best.
Mom. I don't want to hear that part.
And not handle it, did I? There was.
She
Very much
begins
do.
to laugh.
We hired some minstrels. It was wonderful.
She begins.
highest number possible. But instead, I got a 9. So, does a 9 hit?
It does not.
Shit! Well then, ha ha! Ho ho ho! next person.
With the cleaver, I hack them in two. I pull out what's inside and I serve it the frag, and I love little fishes, don't you? Been fighting that for like 20 minutes.
I know you have
I
a sign in your eyes. And we're back. Just
We're
like
back.
that.
Yeah. So you trip and fall, take 2 bludgeoning damage. So anyway,
Okay.
no.
Okay. And I'm still in my super rage, right? That halves the half damage.
Halves the half damage. Oh, so you're like Super Saiyan 4?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, I'm Super
didn't
Saiyan 7.
All right. I didn't realize that Thrum was, what is it, a Sun God Monk? Is that what it is?
I'm a legendary Super Saiyan Broly.
Okay. All right. Cool. So I need to adjust some encounters here.
Triple that
Thanks
HP
for sticking
us.
around through the break.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sun Soul. Thank you, Red Panda. Who wants a recap?
Yeah, so the group was in the middle of trying to frame an innocent shopkeeper for a murder that Thrum actually commit, killing a dwarf in a tavern
No.
very randomly.
Scree committed that murder, not Thrum.
Thrum did a vast majority of the damage and Scree knocked it in accidentally.
Hey.
Yours was fully intent. So the gnome investigative police came by and with their investigative prowess just determined that I'm hearing my own echo. Is someone on the speaker? Just as an FYI. Thank you. Sorry. Whack. Okay, sorry. It's like a what's it called? A conference, like a voice jammer. So
Yeah.
But yeah. So the gnomes came in.
So it might be me.
The gnomes came in and said, "Yep, this person definitely committed the murder. You guys are free to go." And we were like, "Okay, perfect. That worked out. Sorry, everyone." And we left to go to the Bone Tailor, which is apparently this gnomish artificer character that makes things out of bone and living creature stuff. So we finally stumbled upon his lair. And we have just discovered this room that has just everything is made of something, bone or like there's a lamp with like there's just an arm being holding it up, and if you pull it, it turns on the candle. Abel stepped on some shears. Apparently there's some type of struggle that happened here. It looks like a lot of stuff is just kind of chaotically thrown around. We suspect something bad happened here, but we don't really know what, and that's where we're at.
Yeah, we're in the house of Ed Gein, the gnome.
Thank you, Dylan.
You're welcome.
I know we haven't been super Roll20 heavy this session or for this adventure, but I will be using a few art assets, which we currently have up on stream right now. But for anybody that would like to view them, roll20.net.com.org, whatever it is. You know how to get there. You're members of the adventure. You can get there. You can look at it, or you can just watch the stream and see them. So yeah, that's where we are. We're in the entryway to, I think you prefer to call it his workshop over a lair. But you know,
if you're using human intestines for shelving, that might count as layer levels of.
It's rope twine. It's the same thing.
So basically, the takeaway from the stream is the difference between a workshop and a lair is interior design.
True.
Makes all
True facts.
Brahm would like to use his spiritual focus and reach out and kind of see if he can figure out what happened here, if there's anyone lurking about.
Tell me about your spiritual focus so I can tell you how it doesn't work. I'm just kidding. Tell me how it works.
It's a small item that I hold, and I focus my thoughts and my power and focus my ability to commune with those in the beyond. So it's just like, it's like having a crystal ball or, any sort of thing. It's something like a medium would use.
Gotcha. Considering all of the parts of various animals and creatures and humanoids that are strewn about this workshop / lair, you would expect it to be a hotspot of soul activity, but it really isn't. It's quiet. You can interpret that as you will, but there's really not much here aside from like an occasional whisper or two that's hard to like really, it's vague. Talking
so
about
like Ed Gein, he's mostly a grave robber, only sometimes a murderer.
Quite possibly.
Always uses the kill.
He's a hunter in his purest form. But of the sort of like whispers and segments that you kind of pick up here and there, you gather that it was two gnomes squabbling about something.
Wow.
Seems like it's hard to say. There's not as many people here as I figured there would be, but apparently there was some sort of argument that happened. Two gnomes. That's all I got. It's too quiet. I can't get any more information.
Interesting.
Can I search for anything magical?
Yeah, anybody that are you going to use like a spell, like a detect magic, or you just want to look around?
Just like see if there's anything that gives off like arcane vibes.
Yeah, and anybody that wants to, feel free to roll an investigation check to search around the room.
I kind of just did.
Thrum will look around the room, but Thrum doesn't know what he's looking for, so he's just gonna like pick up lift up the fallen over bookshelf and like look under it and set it back down.
Okay, so you're just gonna like move things without real
know what he's looking
purpose.
for, so he's just like looking busy.
Okay.
Making the crime scene even more crimey. I got an 18 on investigation.
I got an 18
with my murderous fingerprints.
Yeah.
I heard two 18s, a carefree sort of moving furniture around. The two 18s, just kind of like looking around the room, you kind of get the idea that Master Frazee doesn't really spend much time in this room, but you do locate a couple of items that seem somewhat important. I'm fighting off a sneeze, and I've got my finger on the mute button. So if I randomly go quiet, that's why.
Please don't trigger my dog with your sneezes.
Yeah, no, I will not trigger the fun police. So you locate a couple of items that seem important among everything else. One of which it's a little tool pack that we'll just call it the Bone Tailor's Tools. It's got like hacksaws and like all sorts of different kind of medical equipment, but also like wrenches and pliers and whatnot. And functionally, it counts as both a tinkerer's tool set and a healer's kit. Yes, Enya.
I would like fuck you. I would like to look at the group and say, it seems we've entered the bone zone, and then put on some glasses, and then you just hear, yeah, in the background.
There's someone trapped here.
All I would like to add.
I don't like this at all.
As you say that, like the shrill frequency that you hit with your scream rattles an iron key off of a shelf onto the floor. And you also, the key lands on a small, battered, and leather-bound book, which has a strange coppery smell about it, and text in a red-brown ink, kind of like the color of blood. But sewn into the cover is the title, Reflections on the Inverse of Living Condition.
I know that's blood, right?
Yes. It might be just colored
I'm gonna
as
lick
blood.
it. I'm gonna pick it up and lick it. I'm a vampire. Do what I want. This is blood. This edgy bone zone man just wrote a book in blood.
Yeah, I'm 10 feet across the room, and I could tell.
No, I just wanted. What's the blood type?
Yeah.
It's AB negative.
Cool.
Following Inra's lead,
Not
Throom
bad
will also
attitude.
lick it.
Throom
Maybe not on the
tasted
blood
a
part, but he's gonna lick
stink-
the book, just like.
Yeah, it tastes like cotton candy, and maybe that's just because you've had so much cotton candy. But
Throom is gonna start chewing on the book.
Pagan, you notice it's not necessarily magical, but you notice as Throom's chewing on it, like some pages kind of open, and you notice things that might be of interest to you.
Drop it.
Can I have that, please, Throom?
Sorry.
Are there any other doors to this place? Or is it just the singular room with just the entryway we came in?
Oh, sorry. There are some stairs that continue further down on the far end of the room.
Okay. Abel is not going to steal, but he's going to pick up the medicine kit.
Okay.
With like the saws and stuff, because he's familiar with these tools and he wants to inquire about them, but doesn't have the intent to actually steal.
Sure.
Are you going to return that when you are done with it?
I intend to.
That is nice of you. I think he's probably dead, so like you could keep it.
If that's the case, I may indulge, but it's not. Let's just find out first.
This place smells like blood.
Yeah.
Just wander off.
Can you tell how old it is?
Can I tell how old this blood is?
It's not really blood. Are you talking about on the book?
On the book.
Yeah, no, it's not really blood. You could say it's blood. People will probably believe you, but it's not really blood.
Who wrote? What does it taste like?
Tastes like chocolate syrup and food dye.
Yeah.
I
What does the book
gotta
say?
go shut my dog up.
Yeah. So, Pagan, as you kind of rifle through the book, the headings and graphics illustrations, they're all hand sketched and clearly mark it as some kind of necromantic text. There's no author listed, though, and most of it, from your level of magical abilities, you can tell it's a beginner's text, more theoretical than practical in nature. But it appears to be some kind of first edition, and it might be valuable to some people.
I toss it because I don't like necromancy, so I just kind of throw it back where it was and then flutter off somewhere else.
Okay.
Probably beside the blind guy. I want to like druid craft flowers and like stick them in his hair and see if he knows this.
As soon as you go to put one, he. No, thank you.
He's a really good lawyer.
I'm a very good lawyer. I'm a very good entertainer.
I would have laughed if you got to get flowers in his hair because he is garbage man with alcohol problem. I know you can hear me.
Brahm hears that and does scratches his head.
You should probably get inspected for lice if your head itches so bad.
Oh yeah, it's a good point. I'll take that into advisement. He
Uh-huh.
takes a drink. So do we have any idea what's happened here at all? It's a scuffle, an argument. This place is a mess, but it doesn't really lead us anywhere.
We don't know any more than you have provided us. I say we go forward and see if anyone's here.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Throom?
With that, he starts tapping forward.
Throom? I'm not going to ask this again. Please take that out of your mouth.
Throom hasn't picked it up, but Throom was going to pick it up kind of on the way out, like...
I want to take Thrum's hand and lead him, and I want to be like, I hope that there are stairs for the blind man to fall down. That would be so funny, all right?
I've never once seen him trip. Stub his toe, sure, but never fall.
Have you moved like all of the furniture in the house that you obviously share together?
I would never. We don't share a house.
Oh,
He's a patient and a friend.
that seems like a conflict of interest.
That's not. I don't think.
We manage. We get by.
Y'all are going to be the best dads. Let's go.
Brom, do you live in the shed out back? You can be honest. This is a safe space.
He pays me.
Oh, like just like the gnome pays his wards.
I'm a different character. I don't know
So
anything
anyway.
about his 7 wards.
Well, that's
All right,
not
Bruce.
entirely true. We were there when we heard all about the 7 wards.
I just know one of them studied economics.
Very detailed explanation.
I
And
didn't ask for it. They overshared.
No.
That's their fault.
It was very strange.
I thought so too.
Why did he have 7 wards in the first place?
I don't know. It's almost like he made that number up.
He very arbitrary.
Must find 7
It
brides
felt-
for
it
7 wards.
It felt very improvisational.
I thought
Like,
it was impressive, but
It was. But
to each their own.
It's like he arbitrarily picked a number out of thin air because he didn't have anything prepared in the moment, you know?
I've never heard of anyone named Steve in this world.
Absolutely.
It's just not a name that people have.
No, it's just not. It's a weird name.
Throom
I have
has
this
also
weird
never
feeling-
heard of
Kind of like
Steve
Mick.
Bell.
That is weird name.
Is there a Q?
I think there's some stairs over here.
Marching across the room, you do get to the stairwell leading.
And my
further
name's
down
Mick,
into
not the
burrow.
character. What the fuck?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
But you know the character's name is Bra.
I know.
I am the player. I am Mick.
I am the one who plays.
Jeez.
Are you sure?
The stair cut is well cut, with a smooth wall similar to the entrance tunnel. Of
course.
As you wrong universe, my guy. As you descend, the dozens of chittering, chirping, hissing, and rustling noises begin to assert themselves. When you reach a large chamber, dimly lit by a few sputtering lamps dangling from a chandelier, the insectoid noises are almost overpowering. The room below is filled with boxes and cases of various sizes and shapes, each containing a colony of many-limbed, crawling critters of some sort. Mud-colored butterflies flutter inside fine mesh cages, spiders the size of a gnome palm armed with oversized mandibles crawl in glass cases.
Nope.
A swarm of scorpions with bioluminescent legs clack their tails against the walls. An earthen termite mound shivers inside of a wood and glass box. A transparent bucket seethes with angry, shocking pink maggots. If you can imagine a creepy bug of some sort, it is likely present in this room.
Ugh. This is
So
horrible.
do we just like burn this down and just leave?
I am both intrigued academically, but ethically repulsed.
I don't know.
What do you have against bugs?
You're fine, but like they got a lot of legs.
Wait, you're not a bug, are you, pagan?
He's a fairy.
You're a fairy.
Like
You're a
wiggles his
fae.
little antennas. Bug-like.
Not
He's his own thing.
David, that's pumpkins.
well. I want to look more, but I want to avert my eyes more than anything. Ugh.
Can I pick up one of the little abomination things and like
This room
inspect it?
feels crawly.
One of the abomination things, like, hang on, let me
bugs.
consult the bugs. They're all in like cases on the walls, like aquariums and terrariums and whatnot.
Vivariums.
Bavariums, yep. I also did forget one rather important detail. The ceiling of the room is also fitted with a set of rails from which thick, jointed copper cables descend to a trio of insectoid servitor automatons. Each of them is about the size of a large dog, possesses 6 arms, and appears to be made of hundreds of pieces of shiny insect exoskeleton. They're fitted together in like a ghoulish mosaic. They're preoccupied with picking up various tools and small containers and arranging them around the room before returning the same objects and placing them elsewhere. They make like this rhythmic tick-tock noise as they move that causes their cables, which hang from the ceiling, to sort of undulate almost hypnotically. They do not stray from this task.
Any idea what they may be doing?
One of them, as one kind of comes like near Thrum to pick something up, Thrum's gonna pick it up and hand it to it.
It just sort of like ignores you as you attempt to do that. But Abel and Enra and Brahm, you notice somehow, Brahm, through your innate insight abilities, that these servitors are controlled by a panel at the far end of the room. It's made of beaten bronze and attached to the wall. It's got like some dials and whatnot on it that you can't quite make out, but you gather that they're basically set to organization and lab test kind of tasks.
Thrum is preoccupied by trying to hand this tool to this 6-appendaged automaton. As it ignores Thrum, he's like,
I wanna whack the control panel with my staff.
Yeah, so the control panel is at the far end of the room, opposite of the stairways. Before you do that, though, everybody go ahead and make me a perception check.
Oh, I'm good at that. All right.
oh,
Wowee!
Thrum got a nat 20 plus 3 for 23.
Oh my gosh.
Abel cannot take his eyes off of the bug with the palms.
Dirty 20.
I got a 3.
Got a nat 20, a dirty 20, some distracted folk. And Brahm, what did you get?
12.
12.
I'm blind.
Is that a disadvantage for you since you're blind?
Technically, no.
Oh,
I
okay.
have blind sense.
Okay.
So Thrum and
There's
Enra,
like applications in some ways, but overall, like,
I was just curious about the mechanics.
no.
Enra and Thrum, you notice as you begin to make your way into the room, there's some broken glass on the floor, and you notice some buzzing near the ceiling.
I would like to look up.
Yeah, Thrum's looking up, trying to hand the servitor thing a tool, and that's why he notices it, because he's not looking at the panels or anything around. He's looking up trying to hand it.
Yes, as you're looking up at these servitors, trying to like give them the thing, like, why would they take it? You notice, along with Enra, that there's a swarm of wasps, along with some giant wasps, freely flying around the ceiling of the room.
They're not made of people parts, are they?
They appear to be just regular wasps.
Okay, good.
They have gnome arms and eldritch wings. I don't know.
Oh, we should slowly back out of this room before they notice us.
Throom is gonna pick up Braum and try to pick up Pagan as well and get Abel's attention as Throom is going to back out of this room as best he can.
Why are you carrying me? What is going on?
Shh.
Do not make noise.
What are you doing?
Well, that's comforting.
I point up to Abel, to the ceiling.
Yeah, and as she points up, Throom's like, "Look, they're beautiful creatures, but very dangerous. We seem to be in nest or something. Easy to agitate, very aggressive creatures. Beautiful, but be safe."
Look, he has turned into a savant.
Abel is blown away by the use of agitate.
That's 3 syllables.
That's a massive word.
I'm surprised I got to. I had 2 things about Throom. He hates dwarves and will go into a rage whenever he sees one, and he loves animals and becomes like Steve Irwin when he sees animals. Wow. And now I've gotten to do both.
But there's another. Are you heading back to the staircase from which we came, or the tunnel?
No, Throom is backing up into this like hallway thing under some of these cages.
Okay.
As best he can, keeping an eye on the wasp, but
what is Pagan doing?
I would have been over at the aquarium watching the bug and the things.
When Abel gets this signal from Throom and Braum and Enra, he's going to nudge Pagan and head towards the hallway. Come on.
Okay. I'll fly after him.
Just for clarification, when you guys are referencing the hallway, are you talking about the one opposite where you came down?
Yeah, it looks like it's a bricked hallway with a cobblestone path. Yeah.
And Pagan was doing something, by the way. You're under no obligation, just as an FYI.
Yeah, you can be like, no.
I mean, so before I followed him, I would have tried to get into the aquarium to see if I could grab something, one of the things crawling around, if possible.
Yeah, so we'll do 2 things simultaneously. Pagan, make a sleight of hand to see if you can kind of wriggle through because they're not like just aquariums with pop-top lids. They're like built into the walls and whatnot. And then everybody else that's going to the hallway, make a stealth check.
Abel's sticking with Pagan.
I'm being carried. How does that work?
I imagine since you're not physically moving, we can just base it off of Thrum's stealth check.
16.
Natural
8.
1.
Well, it's not the lowest one, but I got an 8.
8 for the stealth, a natural 1 for the sleight of hand. Abel's sticking with Pagan.
Yeah, he's looking up.
Enra got a 16.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Oh, man.
Just gonna be like, roll initiative.
Yeah, roll initiative.
Oh, nat 20.
Hey.
So 22 from Abel.
17.
19 from Throom.
13 for Braum.
14 for Pagan.
All right, let me organize this now. They're gonna go down here. They're gonna go up there. Ba-da-ba-ba. Setting up initiative is not fun.
Do my Drake stuff.
Yeah, there's like a million different like initiative tracker type systems, and I've just never found one that works for like my particular style of insane. But I think we got it all set up now. So this is going to be an interesting one. So the first thing that's going to happen, we're going to randomly select a hero here with a D5 that I don't have. So we're going to roll a D6, and on a 6, nobody is selected. We're just going to go clockwise. So Pagan, we're going to select you, and we're going to roll a D6. So that's going to lead to... Oh my god, I got too many windows open. Abel, you notice as Pagan's trying to fiddle with this thing, like he makes some noise a little bit. Throom maybe bumps into one of the automatons. Everybody's just sort of like making some commotion. You notice that the giant wasp and the swarm of wasps begin descending from the shadows of the ceiling upon all of you.
It's a swarm, you said?
A swarm and a singular giant wasp.
Wowee, okay. Pagan, how far are you on that grab?
I mean, I don't know what happened when I got the natural one.
Oh, I guess I'm assuming.
Nothing bad happened. You just you made some noise.
Okay.
I see that you kind of splashed through, and I'm hoping that you got something. And Abel goes to grab you with one hand and books it towards the hallway that they went down. I don't know if that's up to whether you let me do it, but he's hoping for the best. It's up to Pagan though.
Yeah, no, I would be willing, especially if I heard the things coming at us. So
yeah, just yoink.
Yeah.
And he's gonna book it towards that hallway.
Alrighty. We're gonna do a lot of theater of the mind for the combat here. We're not gonna do combat grids or anything, so just kind of like keep that in mind. Thrum, you are about halfway through the room to this hallway when you've been kind of like looking up, sort of keeping an eye on the automatons, but also just kind of looking at the bugs, and you notice they start getting closer.
I'm gonna toss Abel Brom. And I'm gonna go and try and grapple the giant wasp.
Oh my goodness!
You're just throwing a blind man.
You are beautiful.
Abel,
yeah.
what exactly is happening? Why did I? What put me down? I'm blind, not useless.
Yeah, you're right. You're not.
When he's handed Brahm, he's just like, "Don't give me this." Like,
it's drunk.
He's blind, not. I know, he's.
Okay, if a blind person had a bee chasing him, wouldn't you be worried about them bumping into some other things to release other crazy?
Not this particular man.
I have abilities,
Right, but it's also a chaotic situation, like.
Look, I don't want to feed into Thrum's god complex that he clearly has, but I'm going to tell you that you're going to grapple this wasp because I rolled a natural 1 on the strength check, and it has a +0 modifier.
Wonderful. I got a 19 plus, is it athletics, right?
Yeah, athletics.
Yeah, so 26.
Yeah, this wasp and the swarm of wasps just come down here. Like, pretty.
The swarm of wasps I can't really grapple, but the giant wasp I'm just going to grab and be like, oh, look, and I'm gonna turn it to like Abel. Look at how beautiful the yellow is.
Yes,
beautiful.
It is a stunning creature.
It's like snapping at me and trying to sting. It's like abdomen is undulating, trying to sting me. And oh, beautiful.
The stinger is like the size of a gnome arm, just kind of like trying to punch you.
Just caressing it.
Can you pretend it's a dwarf, Thrum?
It is beautiful creature.
Is now the time for Thrum to remember that you said don't kill dwarves on sight?
No,
it seemed appropriate.
Thrum loves animals. Like, this is a beautiful creature of nature, and he's gonna appreciate its beauty. And he just wants to. I just want to share with you the beauty of this animal.
Crikey! Look at the size of this baby.
Is there anything else you want to do? We're gonna move on to Enra.
Throom's gonna just like keep the giant wasp, show it off to his companions, but also keep it from attacking them as they try to escape.
Okay. Enra, what's up? You got a swarm of wasps descending into the room.
Upsetting.
Upsetting.
This is upsetting. I'm reading. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna shoot my bow at the swarm of wasps to help everybody kind of like fuck off.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh boy. I thought real hard about shooting the giant wasp, but I think that would upset Thrum. That is a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Okay, cool. That is 10 damage.
10 damage. So, like, your singular crossbow bolt or whatever.
It's a longbow.
Longbow bolt. Your ballista. I don't know projectile terms. Your
arrow.
Your clip of magazine flies through this swarm of wasps and just leaves a trail of void behind it. Like half of the wasps just immediately gone.
Good, because I'm doing it again.
Do it again.
That is a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
And that is 10 more damage.
10 more damage. So, like, the same things. You just shoot these 2 bolts through this swarm of wasps, both of which just, you see wasps falling to the ground, and there's just a handful left in the air now.
Okay, I still have a thing to do, and that's with the Drake.
You see a tear leave Throom's eyes at the dead wasps.
In the arms
I was just about to do that. I was literally scrambling for the sound effects.
That is a sound effect?
I was about to.
Drake is going to hold his action. I don't think it's fair for him to infuse any of my attacks with acid, so...
Oh, okay. In that case, Pagan, you're up.
Okay, so where am I at in relation to everything that's happening?
You're kind of in the middle of the room, being, like, not dragged, like, off of your feet, but being tugged along by Abel. Everything's just kind of happening, like, in the middle of the room. The wasps are kind of, like, everywhere. Well, they were everywhere. Now there's just kind of, like, pockets of them.
Okay. I guess then I will just do I'll cast Frostbite on the swarm.
Ooh. Okay.
And they have to make a Constitution 14 saving throw.
A Constitution 14 save.
Fuck them wasps.
They're not going to make it.
Okay, so...
Wasps not usually survive winter. They burrow into ground to survive.
So they take 7 points of frost or ice damage.
Very nice, Throom.
So you cast this frostbite, and the few wasps that are remaining throughout that the few wasps that are remaining just fall to the ground, dead.
Cat comes. What?
I was about to say, trying to call a cat over here.
Yeah, Thor like steps down the stairs. Meow.
No.
No. Thrum, can you speak to wasp?
Yes, but not right now.
Please would just ask why it's mad.
Can I try to... it takes 10 minutes to cast Speak with Animals for me, but can I try to, like, animal handling this?
Let me make one more... Yeah, no, you're just... What's your strength modifier? It's like +4, isn't it?
Yeah, it's +4.
Yeah, you can handle this wasp.
What a beauty.
Oh,
Look at the plumage on this beaut.
And you do have guidance,
that has to
courtesy
be
of
maybe
Monkey Man as well.
7 foot wingspan. Beautiful.
He's using really big words right now. I'm really surprised.
If you want to take the 10 minutes, we'll say that your guidance from Monkey Man allows you to maintain your grapple rather than just having to continually make a check.
Okay, yeah. If that's what we'll do, absolutely. Throom will speak with animals, the ritual, and try to speak to this wasp.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to maintain control over this wasp for about 10 minutes. At which point you know that the spell has successfully cast, because from what you just hear from chittering has slowly merged into just like sting, 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 bite, bite, sting.
Why harm us? We will leave you alone.
Wasp kill!
But why?
Or kill family!
Sorry. Who knows this feel? It is not a good feel.
You killed Sumner.
Will Wasp contribute to conversation?
I don't like orc, I don't like fairy, I don't like damp here. They kill family.
Well, maybe you shouldn't. I can't hear you.
Rob's just standing there drinking from his flask because he's listening to Throom go.
How did we get
shaking,
here?
Like bees communicate by dancing, so Throom's also dancing as he's like holding this.
It's just turned into a full-on dance-off.
Yeah, Throom is dancing while also making clicking, buzzing sounds.
Brom just offers his flask to Abel.
He takes it, and he takes a very large sip and gives it back. And he does go with Pagan, by the way. You're free to go.
You think you've seen everything?
Oh, you let go of me?
Well,
Yeah,
you were never restrained, but yeah.
Okay.
It was more so you're tagging along with my movement. I wasn't like holding on to you though.
Yeah, you think you see everything. I'm ready to go though, because I think I've seen enough.
Hey!
Yes?
Please, come. Throom, friend.
concerning.
Oh, me, Throom. You?
Fuck you, Throom!
That
At least one of us said it. No.
I'm gonna sting you so good.
Can I shoot him in the stinger?
Hey, actually, you know what? Like, all right, look, I had to change my mind. If you let me go, I won't sting you.
Oh, okay.
Throom lets go. Like
I'm readying an action.
Throom shouldn't, but Throom does trust this wasp. Because he's a beaut. Look at that coat.
The wasp immediately goes to sting you, at which point Enra's triggered reaction takes place.
Yay! I'm gonna kill a wasp.
I love a wasp that does exactly what they said they're gonna do.
Yeah, 19 to hit.
19 hits.
5 damage.
5 damage. That fucking son of a bitch! I'm gonna sting her!
No, she is good.
Brom wants to cast sleep on this wasp that's going ape shit in the room. So he
Go
pulls
for
out
it.
his loot. Hey there, crazy wasp. Crazy wasp. Chill the fuck out and take a nap.
But now it's just like, I'm just gonna. Oh, buddy, I'm just gonna.
God damn it.
Well, I think the situation.
And the wasp just kind of falls to the floor asleep.
Wow.
Throom turns around to those and goes, shh, he's sleepy.
It's magical sleep. He's not waking up for quite some time.
Does it look? How does the wasp look? Does it
You
look
have
rough?
a beautiful voice for a blind man.
If we all coordinate an
Very good
attack,
entertainer.
If we all coordinate attack at the same exact time, it's really incredible. I had no idea wasps could snore, as they don't have the same type of respiratory system as we humanoids have.
I mean,
But I I suppose
could
the
write-
gnome hybrid.
You could write an entire thesis about this.
Yeah.
Second doctorate.
Maybe it has gnome lungs.
Wasps breathe through abdomen. They have many holes to absorb air. It's
Sweet dreams of
many places to snore from.
We should go.
I'm just gonna sting all the things. Just sting all the things. Yes.
Oh boy.
I don't
win
speak
moves.
wasp, but it is.
Oh yeah, just take that stinger. Yeah, just take it.
It is stinging an awful lot in its sleep.
Oh, that's a stinger.
Is the stinger like? Is it like a needle? Like I imagine, like from like a giant.
It's a pointy gnome arm.
It's a pointy gnome arm. Like a pointy gnome nub arm, or is it like a hand?
Like
that's
the
like this?
size of, like it's a stinger, but it's the size of.
Oh, size of. Okay, that's an important valid. It's important words. I imagine literally like a wasp with the outside of the abdomen is just a.
It's a baby's arm holding an apple.
No!
Baby's arm holding an apple. We're gonna make that and go. I'm able. Well, I say we go before this thing wakes up, or we can all attack it all at once and hopefully
No.
kill it. No?
We could leave.
Yeah.
Oh, when I wake up, I'm gonna sting everybody.
Don't kill wasp.
Buzzed a lot.
Wasp just defending home.
Why don't we remove the stinger and take it with us?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
That is cruel. This is like
Why
declawing
not
a cat.
remove your stinger?
You're right. We shouldn't do that. Well, you guys go ahead, and we'll be right there.
Yeah, it's fine.
It is not fine.
Oh God, it's awake! Go, go, go!
Run!
Never mind. It's still asleep.
Okay, what are we doing now?
I want to sting you so bad.
Well, Abel's gonna go down the hallway. Whoever wants to follow is welcome.
I'm following.
Yeah, Throom's going down the hallway. Throom generally follows the group.
I think I can speak for the whole group when I say, fuck this room.
Yeah, that's fair.
God damn it.
What?
Past the arthropodarium,
God
you
damn
find
it.
yourselves in a spacious library. Now, just God damn it, because, like, what do I expect? Like, this is.
Oh.
How we
Right,
do
damn,
it.
I was really hoping y'all would find this thing.
Yeah, no, this is perfect. This is better than anything I could ever have written. Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined speak with animals with a wasp after being grappled by an orc.
Have you not seen me play D&D? I literally speak with animals with everything I see.
Yeah,
I had to name,
thankfully
like, 12
Ash didn't do it
horses.
because then you would have had to say the wasp's name, their history, their favorite food.
You would have had to
what
name
they-
every wasp in that swarm.
Oh, is Waspy Waspy McWasp face the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 6th, 7th, 9th, 13th, 73rd, 800th, 65, 9,264th, and 3,639 millions. We skipped a couple of generations, but you get the idea.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Wasp
You're
stuff.
an etymologist. You know this.
I do. I'm all about stingers.
Right. You know
Yeah,
stingers.
I
You
work
know
with
sting
LDS.
dreams.
I know a stinger. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
He
gonna
knows a
head
stinger
out.
too.
That's some Twitch
Past
humor
the
for you. Sorry. Sorry.
Past the arthropodarium, you find yourselves in a spacious library. Well-built wood and ivory shelves line the walls, filled with various manuals and texts. Each shelf is labeled with a topic on a white card in Master Frazie's precise handwriting and is alphabetically sorted by author. The walls of the library are adorned with hand-drawn blueprints and technical diagrams for all sorts of devices. A bust of a
voice?
distinguished-looking gnome wearing a monocle with its hair in a tight bun sits on one of the bookshelves. It's fashioned from what appears to be a yellow brown clay. In the center of the room sits a round table covered with a white cloth. A gnome in a dressing gown, more like a medical robe, lies on it, completely still.
Is it alive?
If I may.
Poke it with my bow. Just
While you're doing
As
that, Abel's
you-
going to be on the other side checking for pulse.
being a doctor.
Yeah.
Anybody that approaches the gnome will notice that it appears at first to be asleep, but looking closer, as you get closer, the gnome isn't breathing. Abel, give me a medicine check.
Thought you'd never ask.
I hope you do good.
27.
27 reveals
Do
that
well.
the gnome has no pulse and is clearly dead, yet somehow preserved.
Well, it is like the body in that one town that he died and they just have him embalmed for everybody to see forever.
Perhaps.
Stalin, that guy.
No, I'm not stalling. We have nothing to.
Oh, why are you?
I'm eager to get out of here.
Are you going to simply check for the pulse, or are you going to examine the body more in depth?
I'm definitely going to examine the body more in depth.
Okay, so after checking for the pulse, like the rudimentary basic doctor stuff that obviously you would know as the
Vitals,
doctor.
yeah.
Right, the vitals. You begin to loosen the medical gown to kind of examine for bruises and scarring and lesions and all that kind of stuff. And what you realize is that large portions of the body have been replaced by clockwork. However, instead of metal, the mechanisms are made of wood, ivory, and what looks to be chitinous giant wasp shell.
Oof.
Chitinous?
Chitinous. That's what I've heard before.
Kidness Everdeen?
Yeah, chitinous Everdeen wasp shell.
Is there an evident cause of death?
Throom knew this wasp. Name was Kidness Everdeen.
With your 27 medicine check, anything that would have given you a clue as to the cause of death has been removed from the body. There's nothing really left to examine. So unless it was like a traumatic head injury, it's not possible to tell. It doesn't look like the clockwork was installed forcefully or with a struggle. Like, it doesn't look like somebody was experimented on while living. It looks like a cadaver has been mechanized.
Thurm wants to go to the drawing on the wall and try to also draw on the wall.
Okay. We'll let
He
you
sees
do
it's
that.
appropriate in this room. He's going to do it.
Yeah.
So, Abel, any indication of what could have happened here?
My best guess is that this cadaver is being manipulated in some type of mechanical fashion of some kind. I mean, look at the room we were in previously. Something horribly fascinating is happening.
I have to.
Well, I guess when,
As I draw
when science fails, I guess it's time for the mystical to take over.
Brahm grabs his spiritual focus. He takes a long drag on his pipe and he blows out the smoke, trying to reach out to the beyond to see if he can find the voice of this cadaver.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm going to make everybody roll an investigation check. We'll have Dylan and Ash do it when they get back, but we'll start tallying those up.
You said investigation?
Yes, investigation.
That's a dirty 20, Daddy.
2 from Pagan, dirty 20.
Dirty.
15 from Abel.
15.
Naughty.
Killing it. Okay.
Sweat dripping off of me.
Honestly, even without Throom and Enra's investigative skills, which I'm sure they will absolutely contribute to when they get back.
They're terrible.
Yeah. Well, we'll say that a couple of things happen. You begin to converse with the spirit realm, and you get... It's faint, but you manage to isolate a single voice, a single presence that appears to match this cadaver. It's distant, faint, but you think you've got it.
What happened to you?
And it's just kind of like, if you imagine like the Stranger Things initial mind world of blackness.
Well,
it's like walking away from you, and it turns and it notices your presence. It's like, me?
Yes, you come close. What happened?
And it begins walking towards you. It's like, I don't know. I think I died at some point.
Who are you? What is your name?
You know, I had a lot of nicknames growing up, but you can call me Funky Wizard, the monkey lizard.
I'm not gonna call you that.
Lizard, punky blizzard.
You can't hear him. I'm talking to the dead.
Oh, sorry. I walked in after peeing and
Are you okay, Thrum?
Thrum felt from within.
We're looking for a man named Frazee. Do you know this man?
I think I know that name. I think I've seen it on a name tag. Somebody around my body.
What was your name? Not your ridiculous nickname. I'm not calling you that. That's ridiculous.
Oh man, names in the afterlife are difficult, but I think it's starting to come back to me.
Think hard.
It's
Think long and hard. It'll come.
Oh my god.
I did not. Hey, hold on. I don't you judge me. I didn't say anything wrong.
You know what you said.
I'm sorry, everyone.
My name was Birdie Fizzing Buns.
Birdie Fizzing Buns.
Yeah.
It's a nice name.
You can understand why I went by Funky Wizard.
Not really.
Oh, it's a catch-22, my friend.
That's like being a blind man in a spelling bee.
Yeah, those bees that can spell, those are terrifying.
I messed up my metaphor.
How can I help you, Spirit Man?
So, I'm looking for the Bone Tailor. He's gone missing, and well, we found this body filled with clockwork pieces. My friend's a doctor. He's never seen anything like that, and he's seen a lot of. He's seen an awful lot in his day. A whole lot.
A whole lot.
He's really good at his job.
I'm really bad at my job.
He's very affordable.
Oh god, I need to charge less.
So, this Bone Tailor, what was going on here? What do you remember? What happened? What happened to you? What happened to your body?
I think I had a heart attack. I remember I was I really don't want to talk about what I was doing, but let's just say I was distributing from some free literature. And distributing some free literature.
What exactly was this literature?
It was pamphlets for the illiterate.
Don't you think that's in poor taste? It's kind of mocking, don't you think? It's kind of like walking up to a gnome and saying, "Hey, do you want to join my dunk contest?"
Well, no, everybody knows that gnomes can't jump, but this is meant to help people. You give it to them and they learn how to.
Yeah, I don't think you thought this through.
I understand why everybody hated me now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's we're not really getting anywhere with this conversation.
Would you like me to? I mean,
could you maybe cut to the chase and don't talk about the Bone Tailor?
Yeah,
Otherwise,
like,
we're going to be here for a long time.
He put holes in me and put things in my holes.
No,
but that was post mortem.
I didn't say it this time.
This is the most sexually charged, non-sexual conversation I've ever heard.
It's the voice, isn't it?
No, it's all the
Ron,
innuendos that are not trying to lead anywhere, that just are appearing from nowhere.
Brom, have you found out anything more than my academic prowess has obtained us?
This is a very...
I've learned you put holes in them and then
This is
filled
a very
those holes.
uncomfortable conversation, if I'm being honest.
Well, then
but
cut it short.
I think I'm making progress. Where's the Bone Tailor now that he's not doing things?
I think
I didn't say that.
I think I remember seeing him in another gnome tussle further into the burrow. Past they went into the door over there, and he just kind of gestures vaguely at a wall of bookshelves.
Yeah, there's a door, a hidden door. You're saying?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I can.
There's a hidden door. I think. Look around. He said that there's this boring conversation anyway. And he releases.
Are you gonna hang up the phone on this dead guy?
Beep 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 beep. If you'd like to make a call, please hang up.
That was taking a very strangely erotic turn, and I don't know that I'm okay with that.
That happens to you a
What
lot.
is erotic?
It really does.
Pagan, I feel the need to apologize.
It's like a very sexy conversation.
As we have just met you several hours ago, and this is the second corpse we've been around together. I feel like that's awfully rude of us. Does this make you uncomfortable?
It doesn't matter. I don't know where Beth went. I didn't know where to go.
Oh, you were just here by
All
like
my other friends
convenience.
died before I found Beth, and then Beth left. Now it's you guys.
I'm sorry.
So with your investigation and your delve into the spirit world, you learn a couple of things. One, you notice that there's a semicircular skid mark on the floor, as though one of the shelves can swing open. There's also 4 prominent gaps in the books on the in the books on the shelves, and there's exactly 4 books piled onto a little side table near the wall. You also notice a dented candlestick, which has rolled under that table. Picking it up, it's heavy and has a trace of fresh blood on it, which Enra licks and realizes is fresh blood.
This is blood Cardinal Sanders did it in the library with a candlestick.
Further, you recognize Throom drawing on the walls next to some pictures. One of them is the bird automaton that you've been following, and the other one is the servitor automatons from the arthropodarium. There's also 2 illustrations among the others that stand out, one of which is a detailed drawing of an enlarged cockroach labeled Hissing Cockroach, which Thrum has so creatively replaced the H with a P, and a watercolor of a slimy puddle labeled Gray Ooze. While you're searching this room, you also notice behind a pile of false books, a iron safe. And lastly, you notice that most of the books on the shelves are on the topics of engineering, architecture, natural lore, and medicine. Many of them are mostly concerned with ethics and theology. And there's tons of volumes on necromancy present, but they're mostly theoretical in nature, with little practical instruction, many just discussing the ethics of that branch of magic.
Throom drew a dinosaur on the wall.
That is beautiful. What kind of dinosaur is it?
It is Ichthyosaurus.
Tell me all about it right now in vague detail.
Vague or full?
I'm gonna pump the brakes right there.
Yeah,
Hey, Dylan, you can stop your Googling right now.
I feel like we need to find the Bone Tailor. I wasted a little bit too much time taking that last conversation in some very erotic places. It wasn't intended, but it happened. So I apologize.
Don't be sorry. We needed a
We
breather
love
anyway.
hearing.
We were just chased by wasp. Plural.
Yeah. Wasps.
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 Oh, not now, kitty.
Thor walks into the room. Meow.
Oh, hello, Throom.
So I showed a handout in Roll20, which is currently on stream, if you can see that. The gaps, the prominent gaps of books on the shelves, there's one on shelf 3, which is labeled Statics, Dynamics, and Mechanics. There's a gap on shelf 9 titled Natural History References, a gap on shelf 10, which is Philosophy General, and a gap on shelf 11, Philosophy Ethics. And the 4 books on the table are On Weights and Counterweights, A Balanced Perspective. Another book is Philistinus's Discourses on the Morality of Experimentation on the Living Body. There's also Incordia's Precise Illustrations of a Diverse Set of Insects. And lastly, New Frontiers of Philosophy, Unifying the Divine and the Profane.
Oh. So it looks like we have to put these books on their according gaps.
Well, I leave it to you, Abel. I feel like you're pretty qualified, and I can't read any of these books.
Yeah, you're fucking blind.
If you can read, you are immediately qualified for this puzzle.
So that leaves out Thrum.
Just you.
And Pagan, I imagine.
Pagan might. Yeah, Pagan, can you read? Because
it's come up.
Inria can't read.
Yeah, I can read.
Fantastic. We are a minority.
I have a condition called selective illiteracy.
That means she's
I'm
fucking
unable
lazy.
to read what I don't want to fucking read.
Yeah, it's not a thing, but we're letting her have it.
They're letting it slide because I'm so pretty.
A doctor said I have it. No,
I wouldn't know.
I'm a doctor and I say you don't.
It's not in the
You,
DSM.
I'm gonna get the second opinion.
You are entitled to a second opinion.
I'm a doctor.
You
And I
are now.
say, and I say no.
Here.
I'm not really a doctor. I don't
Abel.
even play one in shows.
Abel hands the On Weights and Counterweights, A Balanced Perspective to Pagan. And he starts looking through the other books.
Okay. Like reading through them?
Kind of sifting through them, but also like, kind of in a way like saying like, just put this on the right one. Kind of like.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you see the handout, Alan? On roll 20.
I don't have roll 20.
Do you have the stream pulled up? Oh, that's right. We never invited him.
I tried.
I am going to copy this. Here we go. It's in our business chat.
Okay, thank you.
Neat.
Now everyone knows we have a business chat, Sumner. Thanks.
Yeah, we
It's
we
not
have
really
a
business. It's more like business.
Yeah, it's like giving you the business.
B's ass. It's
Business
not an
ethics.
appropriate chat. So it's a lot of stingers.
Business and giving you the business. Let me tell you, business is booming.
This is booming. So Abel gave you the on weights and counterweights, a balanced perspective. The top, we have shelf 3 through 11, where we assume these books have to fit. Abel is going to take the Philistinus Discourse of the Morality of Experimentation on the Living Body, and put it on the ethics shelf.
Okay. Are you going to place that before or after Pagan places his book?
Oh shit. He does it now because he did not think about order.
Okay.
And
that's
I'll
that.
place mine on shelf 3.
Shelf 3. Okay. So you place
Weights and counterweights.
ethics first, then statics, dynamics, and mechanics, and then that leaves you Accordia's Precise Illustrations of a Diverse Set of Insects and New Frontiers of Philosophy, Unifying the Divine and the Profane.
You turn around, Thurm has one of them in his mouth.
I asked you nicely through him. Killing the dwarf
Brom
was strike
just-
1. This is strike
Brom
2.
swats at Thrum's hand. Bam!
And he catches it. Huh, thank you. And he flicks the spit off.
Sorry. The last one was So tasty.
That is some of the cotton candy that is still in your hand.
Thrum looks at his hand and, oh.
Eat the sugar.
So it's funny. The icon around Thrum's picture in Roll20 that I put on is actually the candy one. So it's got like lollipops and shit. So the fact that he has cotton candy is very appropriate.
So I guess I'll pick up the diverse set of insects.
Okay.
And put it on the natural history references.
Alrighty, you do that, which leaves only philosophy general and the unifying the divine and the profane.
Correct.
So you place that book in, I assume, and a moment passes, and all 4 books shoot back out and land on the table neatly.
Our hard work.
I think we have to do the shelves in order. So the shelf 3, and then
the ascending order.
4. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
So it would go from statics to the history references to philosophy, and then philosophy ethics. Okay.
Pagan and Abel, make an insight check.
We are letting the nerds do this.
22.
22.
Did you see how they flew off of the wall?
So Abel, you know through your extensive history with gnomish medical records that gnomes like to encode things in their words. They're a fan of wordplay, and typically titles of things are important.
Oh my god.
I see.
Did you just see it,
just
Ash?
got it.
Oh, I see now.
Open.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, so the first letter of each of these books is OPEN. In order. Do we just say open?
What is open?
You ask the room and nothing happens.
I think we have to spell open.
What is open in Gnomish?
Open.
Oh, I thought we did,
That is-
though. Oh, no, it's
that is-
literally...
No, you need to spell open with the books.
Yeah, okay.
Does that mean that we should open the books?
The files are in the computer.
I think we should just put them in the order
computer.
they're already in.
It's so simple.
Yeah.
Books. Just put the books in. This is taking so long. You have 2 perfectly good eyes. Can't you make this happen?
I imagine Brahms just like staring at a wall. How do you not get this?
So he's over there heckling us?
He is.
So yeah, with your newfound realization, you realize that you probably have to put the books in order, OPEN, on the shelves that they belong on. And you did get the shelves correct the first time. So with this newfound information, you put on weights and counterweights on shelf 3, the discourses on the morality on shelf 11, etc., etc. And upon doing so, the bookshelves swing open.
Open?
Look at that, you're so smart. It's like you can read.
Maybe one day you'll learn to read.
Maybe one day I'll punch you in the face.
That seems more likely.
Yes, probably.
Stepping into this passageway, the walls of the tunnel are slick, moist, and warmer than you would expect. Beads of condensation drip onto your lips. They taste salty. The enormous cavern you emerge in burps, gurgles, and sloshes with activity. It's probably one of the most bizarre, chaotic scenes you've ever witnessed. Pipes and tubes festoon the room, some copper, some made of a fleshy, translucent material. The pipes connect pods of activity, each more surreal than the next. Here, a sheep is suspended over a simmering cauldron, a mechanical piston gently milking her udder. caterpillars. The piston itself is powered by a wheel inside which a colony of beetles continuously scuttles. There are an enormous spider swings back and forth on a leather strap like a pendulum, periodically depositing strands of webbing on a living conveyor belt of caterpillars. Further on, a disc covered in guano hums gently in rotation, shedding measured amounts into the waiting mouths of the tubes below. A cluster of bats snoozing in a cage above, and in the middle of it all, on a raised platform, a frenzied little gnome in a leather apron feverishly tinkers with the complex system surrounding him.
Nolan, are you trying to just use all the worst words? You used undulating earlier, and now it's moist, and you're milking a sheep with mechanical arms. Like, this is making me uncomfortable.
Was it weird saying that whole description without being interrupted?
It was. I expected at least one.
Yeah, I was fully like, I'm not gonna break the spell. I'm not gonna. Because when you said salty, I almost went, like, just like. But I was like, nah. So this gnome is in this. He's just tinkering away. How big is this room?
He's just tinkering away. It's fairly large. Between the entrance where you stand and this raised platform where this gnome is, it's probably about 60 feet away, and the platform is about 10 feet above the regular ground level. He has not noticed you yet.
Throom is like whispering, telling Enra like all about the animals. Like, well, that sheep, it is a alabaster mountain sheep. They like to climb mountains vertically, very steep. Throom can't climb that. That spider is giant frost spider. Wow. It usually lives in colder climate, but this one seems to be doing fine. And those bad. Please, someone stop me. I'm just literally.
No, I was like so like into it. No, stop talking. This is not terrible.
What about those spiders over there? Those are fascinating looking.
Those spiders are golden weaver spiders. They weave strands of actual gold, but.
Oh my God! Look at the crazy gnome! Ah!
Should we make ourselves known after the wasps incident?
Gnome!
He is a gnome.
Did you just literally shout out gnome?
Yeah.
He looks up from his feverish tinkering. No one else will harm my work! And he quickly activates a bunch of mechanisms and curls up into a ball and begins to cry. Roll for initiative.
Nolan, did we need to talk?
15.
You don't need to worry about it, Ash.
I got an 8.
I got a 9. We're delayed because I'm telling Enra about like these bats that are.
He's holding my hand, taking me to each and every one.
I got a 6, so I don't know what the hell Pagan's doing.
All right.
You can join
Did you
us.
say one already?
18.
18. All righty. Boy, oh boy. As much as I love this combat, I sure don't love running it. So here's what's going to happen. We're just going to figure it out. Basically, before you is just this wild maze of like mechanisms and like just stuff between you and him. Just a bunch of stuff has sprung into life, keeping you from him. It's going to take about 60 feet to get to him, but it's difficult terrain. So we're going to go in initiative order, and you're going to basically tell me how you move, and I will tell you sort of what obstacles lie in your way, and we'll figure out how you overcome these obstacles. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, so let me put us in initiative order here, and Brahm, the blind man, is going to go first into this maze of concoctions and mechanisms. But you do have blind sense, so.
I see with more than eyes.
Are you a bat? Scream!
That's not actually blind. That misconception.
So, Brahm, how do you want to? Do you want to just move straight until you encounter something?
Tell you what I want to do, man. I want to spend a key point to Step of the Wind and dash through this bullshit.
Ooh, how far can you move with Step of the Wind?
It's double my movement, so my walking speed is... Hold on. Did I just tell you that wrong?
He can use a bonus action to dash, and he can also use his regular action to dash. So theoretically, he could triple his movement speed.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Okay.
So that would be 120.
Holy cow. So it is this like an ethereal step, or does it just simply give you the ability to move that far?
What do you mean?
Like, it's not like a blink or a teleport. It's just you're moving quickly. Okay.
Yeah.
120 feet, difficult terrain. That is 60 feet of movement.
For 6 seconds? Damn.
Yeah, right. First off, you're going to encounter a translucent pane of glassy material, which is in your way. Along the surface of it, a light pink liquid flows. You can pretty easily avoid it. Do you want to step around it, jump over it?
I want to cut a sick flip over it.
Cut a sick flip over it. Roll me an athletics or an acrobatics.
Oh, he gonna get that.
Absolutely. I think it's also interesting that the blind guy knows there's a pink liquid inside.
So that's a 19.
A 19. You cut the sickest flip. It's like walking parkour over this thing.
I mean, it's really just a flex because everybody keeps giving me shit about being blind, so I just want them to know.
Thrum picked you up because he's like, we have to move quickly. You might not know where to go, and you're like, check this shit out.
Yeah,
do something real cool.
By the way, I did the math. That's 14 miles per hour.
Holy cow! You're Usain Bolt.
More like
Actually, is that
insane
faster
Bolt?
than? Yeah, I don't know
I'm
how
a
fast.
very
he
good
runs.
entertainer.
So as you land, doing this sick flip over the glass, you land next to a swarm of bees buzzing around a hive, of which honey dribbles down, because you know that with your blind sense. Unfortunately for you, there is no save against this damage, so you are just going to take 1 piercing damage as they sting you as you pass by.
Ow.
Are you allergic to bees?
I'm not. I'm allergic to assholes, which is why I get really puffy around you.
Oh, that sucks to be you.
You leap, hastily move another 5 to 10 feet, where you encounter a puddle of spilled milky liquid with a slick rainbow sheen. Stepping onto it causes you to almost lose your footing, but make a dex save to see if you avoid falling prone.
Oh, I got that. Shit. What is that? That's an 18.
Hey, so you managed to regain your footing
parkour.
Yeah, you're hardcore parkouring all over this stuff. This is incredible to watch this blind man just run through this cacophony of machinations.
I'm not impressed.
I'm impressed by Nolan's word choices tonight. Cacophony. That's like the third time I've been like, good word. Undulating was one, yes.
Yeah.
Granted, a uncomfortable one, but it was a good word, and I recognized it mentally.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you. And what appreciates Brahm is this vertical, slowly turning wheel that's 6 feet tall, attached to a snarl of gears and blades that are crushing a vat of fruit into a pulp. Make an athletics check to jump through.
Athletics?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I don't actually get any pluses on that. Okay, that's just 19.
19. You deftly leap through this this bladed wheel and land yourself next to a set of vents in the ground, from which emerges a silvery vapor. The gas is disgustingly sweet and makes you feel sleepy. You notice this immediately. How would you like to proceed?
Hold on. I'm Not entirely sure that I can be put to sleep magically. Because I'm half drow. I might be wrong on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wrong on that. Never mind. So how do I want to react to feeling...
Yeah, you feel these vapors caressing your nostrils and your mouth and your eyes, and it's
Don't like that.
It's like horrifically sweet. Like it's like Chicken Express sweet tea. Like it's gone past the point of delicious.
It just hurts your teeth.
It just hurts. It's like diabetes in gaseous form.
flowing
Yeah,
through your veins.
exactly. And it's at the same time that you're just like, oh my
Wait.
god, I have diabetes now. You feel sleepy.
Do I need to make a throw? Because magic can't actually put me to sleep. I was correct.
Holy crap! In that case, you just kind of.
Fey ancestry.
All right, I'm good.
Fey ancestry. I have an advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and magic can't put me to sleep.
This is incredible! This is amazing! And he could go all the way! The next thing you see is a trio of cauldrons connected with U-shaped joints, each holding a bubbling liquid of a different color. It lies in the way, but how do you want to get past this obstacle?
Could just go around it.
You sure could go around it, but don't you want to just
step
like
to the
flip
left.
over it or something?
All right, I'll do a backflip over it
All right, do an acrobatics.
Steps
with
to the
a
left.
hand on my
Boy, this
crotch.
guy's got some maneuvers.
Like Marshawn Lynch when he did the Beastquake. Just let's. Oh shit, that's a natural 20. But you said acrobatic. Take it. +3, so that's a 23, but it's a nat 20. So
You get past that. And lastly, as you approach this raised platform where Master Frazee is, you notice two things. One, behind you, way behind you, you left in the dust. The walls of a small maze near where you began sprung open, and a swarm of rats pours out, trying to follow you, but they just cannot keep up. And in front of you, a plague of toads is hopping between ivory poles of different heights, each with a button on top of it. The toads you just innately sense are poisonous to the touch. Make a dex save to see if you can get by them without being poisoned.
oops.
Bardor was too powerful. God damn it.
God damn it, Bardor.
Stop being so powerful.
You said a dex?
Indeed.
That's a 17.
A 17. You deftly leap through the aquatic frogs, and you land at the base of this platform. Your movement expired this round, but a tremendous first round nonetheless. Thrum, how would you like to follow that up?
Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's more. But wait, there's more. Act
I still
now.
have actions. I have an
Shit,
action.
That's right. You just moved.
Can I see Frazee?
He's about 10 feet above you on the platform.
Can I put him to sleep?
I mean,
Sorry.
I don't know if that's gonna help, but you
just
try.
like backflip, like K turn or like what is it? K jump. What is it when you bounce off one wall, another climbing up or whatever? You just did some really impressive shit, and you're like, I'm gonna put him to sleep.
Hold on. So that's 5d8. So hold on. So 8,
It tickled me.
15.
Remind me how sleep works again. It has to be like less than their HP or something.
Hold on. Let me just.
He rolls for a pool of HP directed at a particular group or whatever, and whoever is the highest HP within that pool goes to sleep first. But if it's higher, bless you. So it depends on his max HP or his available XP. Because if he was like 15 out of 50, the 15 would be the threshold.
Right.
37.
Right. You put him to sleep.
He cries himself to sleep. I'm just curled up into a ball crying. He falls
Brom
asleep.
just hits a little Bill and Ted with his lute. All right, it's on you guys now.
Wow. Thank you, Brom. That was very quick moving. Are you feeling nauseated?
I feel great. I'm a very good entertainer.
He just throws up.
I'm a really good entertainer.
It's like that episode of The Office where what's his face was running around trying to do the meeting after he like ate, and then he like was like trying to do the meeting, and he's like, "All right, guys."
So whose turn is it now?
It's Thrum's.
Thrum started this by like holding Enra's hand and like talking about the animals, but then Bram started doing some really impressive shit and took Thrum's attention away from the animals to the insane shit that he was doing. Thrum, entranced by this impressive ass display, is going to also dash to Bram, but he's gonna juggernaut it, where he's just gonna walk through everything and just eat the damage.
Okay, give me a minute to.
He might fall asleep at some points, but he's gonna just brute force his way through it, just like, oh, that was really cool.
Yeah,
Square peg, round hole, got it.
First
Bram,
thing
Bram, how'd you do that? That was, you were quick like mongoose and accurate like mongoose.
So you take off, just like determined to like match this athletic feat.
No,
First
I'm not trying
obstacle.
to match shit. I'm trying to get to him and
Yeah.
like ask him how he did that.
Right. Okay, so you just shatter this first translucent pane of glass. It just goes everywhere. You don't actually take any damage from that, though. The next obstacle you come across, you just plow through this beehive, taking 3 piercing damage. Next is the puddle of spilled milky liquid. Make a dex save to see if you avoid falling.
I'm not even gonna roll advantage because I'm so focused on, like, I'm not looking at what's on the ground. I'm looking at Bram trying to get to him. Does a 12 make it?
A 12 doesn't make it. So if you want to roll with advantage because of your ability, I will let you.
Fine. Only because I want to get to Bram and
Can I give him
hype
bardic
on him.
inspiration by? No, wait, it's not my turn. Never mind. Damn,
You
never
get
mind.
that as
I
a
would have a bonus action
right?
anyway. Yeah, it's true.
You
I
have
forgot about that.
something from Monkey Man still. No,
I
you
use that to talk to the wasp.
I dreamed that.
Yeah.
The second roll was an 18 total.
Okay, an 18. So you begin to slip, like whoop, 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 and then like your momentum just carries you over the liquid, and you continue on towards the vertical spinning bladed wheel.
I do have 40 feet of movement speed, and I will use my action to dash if I have to.
Okay, so you're at 35 feet right now. This one, this is going to be fun. Let's do a strength check to see if you can just leap through it as if you're going to try to, like, avoid it, but to just see if you can just plow through it.
That's a 22.
A 22. So you just go through the center hub of this bladed wheel, shattering it, and it just parts go everywhere. You land on the other side of it. Now you're at 40 feet of movement speed. This is where you encounter that disgustingly sweet liquid or smelling gas. How would you like to proceed?
Thrum is not paying attention to anything of these traps. He is trying to get to Bram to be like, dude, that was sick as shit.
All right, so D100. 1 to 50, you fall asleep. 51 to 100, you do not. Or not fall asleep, sorry. You run in a random direction.
Just brute force that bitch.
Yeah, I didn't hear what you said. I got a 22. Was that
A 22.
Was that a
So
save
you-
or a not?
It's a non-save, and you run in a random direction because of your sleepiness.
Just running in circles.
I just like start to like veer off in a direction.
Yes. So we'll say 1 is north, 2 is south, 3 is west, 4 is east, and you run west. So you take like you're listing lazily to the left.
I've got some maneuvers.
That is 40 feet of movement speed. Would you like to use your action to continue dashing?
Absolutely. I got to get to this badass dude who's been like blind and I've been playing drums for, and he just like literally the most impressive shit Throom has ever seen.
All right.
Throom is like full fanboy mode here. Like that was awesome.
So you kind of like you start drifting, and then you kind of snap out of it. You realize what's going on. You make a corrective move towards the trio of cauldrons, which I assume you want to just bash through.
Throom's not paying every single trap. Throom is just going to take head on because he is not paying attention to any of that. He is so focused on brand.
And we're going to be able to walk through it.
Yeah, strength check.
I was honestly expecting to take a lot more damage than I have. So
hey, welcome in. Thank you, Raiders.
Hey, welcome in, Raiders. A strength check?
Yeah.
18.
Not your forte, I know. You just bust through these cauldrons, liquid flying everywhere. It's like Blue Man Group meets Dungeons and Dragons. And then you get to the poisonous toads just before where Braum is. You can almost reach him and make a dex save to see if you can get through these toads without being poisoned.
19.
I would like to walk up to Abel and just like casually hold his hand and be like, "This is real neat," and offer him some cotton candy.
So you don't even like avoid the toads. You just run through it. It just happens that there was like a momentary clearing where none of them hit you, and you arrive at Braum.
They hear the thumping of loud feet and they're like, "I need to get out of the way."
That
was the coolest thing Throom has ever seen. How you do when,
and like I wave my hand in front of his face like you can't see, like how you do when eyes.
The word is blind.
Blind.
I'm a very good entertainer.
Throom's gonna like just like pick you up and like hold him up like yeah like do like the raise the arm like he's a champion but like with your whole body.
So as you see Throom raising Braum at the end of the room, Enra and Abel, you actually have the same initiative. So
do you guys just roll?
What's the wall situation? Can I like just climb it and then just climb the ceiling over everything?
Yeah, I mean at this point, you like the actual walls?
Yeah.
You could, because do you have like natural climbing, or do you have?
I have spider climb. I am a vampire.
Yeah, you could just climb over the.
I'm gonna do that because I'm cool too.
What's your climb speed?
I don't know. My walk speed's 35.
Well, I think your climb speed's 35 as well. And yeah, so you can use that movement. You just go like and just like climb over the ceiling, over everything, and then just drop right next to Braum and Throom.
I like dust off my hands.
Did you see Braum? He did, and then
like reenacting all of Braum's like actions.
I have eyes, unlike him. Yes, I saw that. That was not that impressive. I literally just climbed the ceiling and avoided all of the shit.
She says it how it is.
Seems like you're overcompensating a bit.
I am cooler than you because I have dragon.
Oh, I talk to ghosts.
That's apparently get sexually harassed by ghosts. I did not get sexually harassed by dragons, so I think I win.
The notorious Drake is able to just walk through the path that Throom left.
His little corgi legs, it's like, yeah.
I'm coming, Mom.
Don't worry. There's a department that I can send letters to if the spirits cross a line.
Is this a Beetlejuice reference?
It's making an HR reference, but that works.
Hierarchy rules.
Abel.
He just strolls.
What's up, buddy?
How do you want to do this?
So he's gonna run. He's gonna take his quarterstaff out and push his sleeves upward towards his elbows, and kind of runs. But you can see that he's kind of resisting to run on all fours. And he's gonna use his full movement speed of 40 feet to try and make its way directly towards the Bone Tailor.
Okay. So at this point, there really isn't any obstacles left.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Strategically.
like everything's just been broken or shattered or otherwise dismantled to the point where you can easily avoid them. So, yeah, you make it to them, which leaves just Pagan.
Well, in that case, I
Make
would
your way
dash, by the
downtown,
way.
bud.
But yeah.
Oh, you would dash? Okay, sorry.
Which means I just realized I don't have an action to respond
right.
with, so I'll dash 80 feet. So I assume I make it to him, but that's my full action.
Okay.
So, if I can move 90 feet, can I make it to the Bone Tailor himself?
If you can move 90 feet, yes, because it's 60 feet to the platform, 10 feet up. So yes.
Can you? Yeah, you can fly.
Yeah, he can fly too.
Yeah, you got wings.
I'm
You're
gonna
way
fly
more impressive
over
than literally all of us.
Yeah.
all the junk. I'll fly 60 feet, use my action and my movement, and then I'll bonus action Misty Step.
Okay.
Misty Step up onto the platform. So my wings like turn to mist and wrap me up, and I disappear and reappear up on the platform.
Ooh.
So you see Pagan just kind of like flying across the room. He's just like, and then he disappears, and then he appears next to the Bone Tailor on the platform above you all. Which the platform itself, it's made of like some rough stone, so you could pretty easily climb it to get up there. We're just gonna end initiative now because holy crap, that was amazing. This was gonna be a wild combat that you all just circumvented. Holy crap!
Well,
Because I'm a monk and I'm just like, well, just gonna move real fast.
and I'm a Dampier, so I can just crawl on everything.
I feel
Yeah,
like
there's
I
gonna
got
be-
this epic fight and we just literally walk around.
Wow, yeah.
There's going to be anti-magic fields, boiling juices that did acid damage. A gray ooze was going to appear. Like, you just ignored the swarm of rats. Like, holy cow.
We're very good at what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Well, I
professionals.
think it's more like more than half our group is very, very fast.
Right. I even increased the DCs by all of this. It's incredible. Pagan, you notice that Frazee is asleep. I don't know if you noticed that Braum put him to sleep, but you notice he is asleep.
Is there anything else up on the platform?
It's just him, and he's sitting on top of what appears to be a trapdoor. And of course, the panel that he like activated all the random junk on.
I'm gonna check his pockets.
Nice.
Well,
In
we
his
already broke
pockets,
stuff. We might as well rob his ass too.
you find like some teeth, but that's it.
Are they nice teeth or like rotten teeth?
They're good looking teeth. I mean, considering.
Okay. I'll put them. I don't have a bag or anything. I'll just hold on to them.
Just put them in my mouth.
No, not that.
They're like
I don't like the way
chiclets.
that feels. I don't like the way that feels. I want to climb up the platform and put my knee across his chest and then just kind of smack him awake.
All right. He kind of comes to. He's like, oh, what? What's going on?
Hi, hello. So I'm gonna be honest with you. If you try anything funny, I'm going to have to hurt you. And I don't want to do that.
Please, no, I don't want to try anything funny. I don't want anybody to break any more of my stuff.
Ooh.
He just kind of like looks over and just like.
It's okay. I'm gonna slap you again.
You should probably do that.
Brom just smacks him again.
Stop crying. Damn you, stop crying.
Make a persuasion check.
I picked up my Drake.
Hey, it's Notorious DRAKE.
Persuasions. That's a 19. Holy shit! I have +6 on that.
Oh my god.
You're hard, bud.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I am in disbelief that you're beating all of these DCs, which I thought were going to be difficult to meet, but you did it, and you like slap him, and he just kind of like,
All right. That's enough of that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just, my rival Jatepo, he came in, he started breaking all my stuff, and I had to subdue him, and it's just.
Is he no longer with us in the realm of the living?
No. His unconscious body it's in the storage hold.
And what were you gonna do with him?
I don't know. I just don't want him to bring my stuff.
Abel, why don't you talk to this gnome? You're a doctor. He's a doctor.
Yeah.
Do the
other
thing.
Academics, of course.
Yeah.
Hi,
He's
I'm
into
Dr.
weird
Abel
shit.
Verkan. And you?
Hi, I'm Master Frazee.
Hello. Master is your prefix.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're
It's
cool
just
for that one? Don't
No,
answer that.
it's my name. I don't know.
Oh, that's well.
Yeah.
Like from a long line of masters.
It's confusing.
Grandpa
I know.
Master was.
Look, I know I got a little hot-headed, and but
bit.
you know, look, if I'll take you to Jatepa. We can try to wake him up, and you know, there's a potion of healing. You can have that. I'm sorry.
I don't think anything inside of this building is going inside of our bodies. Throom, put that down. Now, take us to him.
Oh, okay. All right. He's right down here, and he kind of like gets himself out of his like puddle of cry and like lifts the trap door.
Oh.
And you see a metal ladder set into a long shaft leading down into the storage hold. It's a dark cavern devoid of furniture, but piled with all sorts of junk. As you might have come to expect in Master Fraze's burrow, the junk includes machine parts of glass and metal, but also large bones, dried animal hides, ropes of teeth strung together, and even what appears to be a set of long, dried tongues tied together. Master Frazee just kind of mutters to himself as he leads you down into this storage hold and begins searching through the piles of junk.
Before we go down, Abel is going to try to pull the trapdoor off its hinge.
Okay, yeah.
Too many contraptions here, and I don't like where
Sexy
this is going.
flex, but okay.
He's just kind of like, as he's going down, just try to break it or damage it, and so it can't shut again.
Roll a strength check.
Yeah. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Yeah, so you can't break it off, but when you like give it a good heave, you see the hinge pins kind of pop loose a little bit, and you can just kind of pop them out with like a tool or something and pull the door off.
Whoops, sorry.
And he keeps going inside.
Did I hear you break something?
No.
Are you sorry? I don't think
Yes.
Yes. Moving on. It's fine. You'll fix it. So, where is he?
He's around here somewhere, and he's like literally just digging through piles of junk.
Let me ask you a question, Frazee. Aren't you at all concerned with what the individuals that you have removed parts of may feel about you doing that?
If you're questioning my ethics, everything I do is legal and ethical, according to the extensive bioethics research I've been doing.
Do you think you could give the blind one eyes?
What about...
Yeah?
Oh, all right.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right. Hold on.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
As he kind of turns to talk to you about like potential optic implants, where you know, do you want zoom vision? Do you want dark vision? Do you want like all sorts of different? Like he's got all sorts of eyes that he can put in your skull. A clamor of noise begins to erupt from the other end of the room, and out of a huge mound of braided hair and metal tubing, Jatepo arises, seated on the back of an enormous construct. Jatepo looks worse for the wear. His clothes are torn, dried blood cakes the side of his face, and the lump the size of a small egg's on his scalp. A visual reminder of where Frazee hit him. His eyes are mad with fury. However, it's his mount that really draws your attention. Jatepo rides a bizarre amalgamation of discarded and damaged machine parts. Show to everyone. Machine parts, tools, and junk crudely lashed together. Blue light glows all over its frame, and unlike what you've seen in Master Fraze's burrow, there's a distinct lack of bone chitin or other organic material. The whole thing lurches with a shambling gait, grinding and groaning along. Master Phrasy's rival has been busy, it seems. "See, Phrazy!" the gnome shrieks. "This is what gnomecraft looks like, not your abominations! I'll teach you what happens when you mess with a true gnome!" Roll for initiative.
Okay.
Are you not the true gnome?
I wanted to cast something.
Oh, I'll give you a chance to.
Is it sleep?
It's not sleep. I was actually gonna do something different. I
not
got
sleep, it's Brahms' lullaby.
Dirty 20.
26.
Damn.
Jesus.
I got a +8 to my initiative.
What else we got?
21.
21.
21 as well.
21. Holy cow.
I have rolled as poorly as I have well today. It's about 50-50.
All right, Mick. With a 20, you're still going to go before. So what did you want to do?
I want to look at legally.
It's like Geppetto, but it's Geppetto.
Similar to,
Geppetto,
but legally distinct from Geppetto. I want to look at him and say, "Do you want to know the problem with all of these organic pieces all over? Is that some of them are still here with us, and they want to tell you something." So I want to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Oh, cool.
Alrighty.
That's sick.
So that is yeah, he needs to make a save first, so I rolled before.
What's his save?
He needs to make a wisdom save of 14.
Natural 1. He does not.
So he's gonna take 7 damage. That was shit damage because I used D&D Beyond like a fool.
What do the whispers say? They do like,
Your dogs are gay.
What?
That's a Legally Blonde 2 reference. Forget it.
Oh. They give him a little piece of what Brahm hears all the time when he's, not under the influence, which is just this loud, cacophonous.
Oh, I thought it was
screams
sexual harassment.
No, screams of torment and explaining how they died in gruesome fashion, how it feels to watch their flesh sewn together and mixed and matched, just to really bad things that nobody wants to hear. So he also must immediately use his reaction, and if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from Brahm. It doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground, such as a fire or a pit. And yeah, there it is.
It's absolutely horrifying. He moves 25 feet away from you. He erupts into tears, worse than what you saw Phrazy doing when you first came upon him. You all notice with your passive perception that he's also not securely attached to this construct in any way. He's just kind of sitting atop it.
Who's after me?
That's going to be Enra.
And I would like to give Enra bardic inspiration.
Aww.
Maybe they can be friends.
Ain't no Drake like the one she's got.
Okay, I'm gonna longbow him.
Do it.
Okay.
I just realized he has a groin saw, and I'm not comfortable with this.
Oh no!
No, that's one of his arms. That's just one of his arms is a buzzsaw.
I got a
yeah, I guess it is.
15 to hit.
15 hits.
Cool. That is shit damage. It's 4, and then I'm gonna go for another hit with my longbow.
What kind of damage is it? Is it piercing?
It's piercing. I'm aiming for him specifically. Okay. 14 to hit.
Hits.
And that is 7 damage. And my Drake isn't going to be able to hit him, so I'm just going to be that asshole. And since he's after me anyway, he's going to use his infused strikes. I have to read this. It says, when another creature within 30 feet of the Drake that it can see hits a target with a weapon attack, the Drake infuses the strike with its essence, causing the target to take an extra 1d6 damage, and that's acid. So let me do a 1d6. So that's 2 acid damage.
2 acid damage. The construct begins to crumble around Getepo, falling into bits and bobs and parts, and the pieces that make it up, and it just falls lifeless to the ground with Getepo lying there crying.
I was trying to knock him off and murder him, but yeah, you know.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Initiative over.
Oh, wow, hey. Good job, everyone. Good job, team.
I pat my Drake. He's in my lap right now, so
Yeah.
I give him a pat.
As you kind of take the sight in, Frazee begins walking up to Getepo. Gnomedom needs to progress forward and embrace radical new methods of tinkering and engineering. And Getepo snaps back. You're no true gnome. Unethical and disgusting research you do. No. And do dead animals and gnomes really need their bodies anymore? Nah, you're grave robbing. That's wrong. You should go to jail. And they just begin bickering and fighting at one another.
Brom and I have 5 gold on Gepepo.
Geppetto? Fight!
I'm gonna put 5 on Frazee.
5 on
Gold
Frazee.
star!
I'll match you with a 5 for Geppetto. Go.
Let's go.
All right, let's see. D100.
Somebody
here.
throw a knife down. Let them work it out.
51 and above. Getepo wins 1 to 49 or 1 to 50.
I throw a short sword into the mix.
Broom. No. Knife fight.
28.
2 knives in
Frazee
ground.
picks up the short sword and beats Getepo in the side of the head with the hilt of it and points the sword at his throat. Get out of my home!
Pay up, Abel.
He hands you 3 gold.
I take my sword back.
You owe me 2. Nobody
take it
likes
off
a sore
I'll take it off your bill.
Nobody likes a sore loser.
How much does he owe in your coat pays and stuff? I'm curious.
It's not important.
His deductible is obscenely large.
Okay.
It is highway robbery.
It really is.
Favorite medical system, am I right?
Yep, but I didn't vote for the king, but we that's the West. I don't know where to go from here. But
So is he dead?
Frazee is holding a sword to Getepo's neck.
damn, Geppetto, man, you killed me. Come on, don't you get a second wind or something?
Apprehend him, and I'll give you dust of dryness. You could use that for something.
All right, what about you, Frazee? What do you got?
What is this, bargaining or goggles of night?
Goggles
What
of
about
Night. Pretty cool.
Throom leaves the room to go just watch the animals in the previous room, like a zoo.
I'm thinking Goggles of Night. Brom, do you want eyes?
I mean, if they make me see what I used to, not really.
Fair enough.
I can give you any kind of eyes that you want. I got all kinds of eyes, man.
Will
Oh
I
yeah, baby!
still
I can give you
see-
any eyes you want. Just name the price.
Will I
$50.
still see those who have stepped across the veil?
Do you want to?
Not particularly, but I don't think there's any way to shut that off.
I can patch it out.
It's not a
While
bug,
they're,
it's a bee.
while they're
Get some-
talking, can I go up and fly up to the big golem thing and just hit a button and see what
Let's get
happens?
some eyes.
The big construct thingy?
Yeah, the golem.
It's fallen apart into pieces by now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can still look at it.
You sure can. It's made up of just a bunch of bits and bobs that was all the junk that's around here. It's just put together.
You know,
Pagan, why don't you decide what we do with these lovely gnomes that seem to have
Am I
it
still
out for each
getting
other's
eyes?
throats?
Am I still getting eyes?
If you want eyes.
I'd like some eyes, please.
You want some eyes? All right, well.
No. But then let me get the eyes, and then Pagan decides what he wants to do with the
All
gnomes.
right, fine. All right.
Before we kill them all.
So you can go with the eyes?
Yeah, I'll take
And
some
the
eyes,
goggles of
please.
night?
I'll take some eyes and yeah, please.
Yeah, we'll get you those eyes just as soon as we get this monster out of my home.
It's an awful lot of bullshit that happens in gnomish society, I've learned. I would rather go far from Fron-Fling.
Boom.
Foom.
Fron
What the hell? Who named this shit town? This is terrible.
So you work with Frazee to bind Getepo, and you lead him out of the burrow. You as you make your way back out, you notice Throom in the arthropodarium, just kind of like looking at all the little creatures and bugs and whatnot. As you pass through the library, Getepo opens the iron safe that was behind the false set of books, and he pulls out a sheaf of technical papers titled The Cadavatron, a hybrid automaton utilizing a flesh chassis to house nervous control components to actuate bioclockwork mechanisms. And he begins thumbing through it to the section that is titled Ocular Implants, and he begins showing you these papers, and it's kind of like a catalog. You get to pick what you want.
Sky Mall for eyes.
Yeah, Sky Mall for eyes. And you pick out a set, and he says he'll mail them to you. Just let him know where you're going.
No, it's Brookstone. That's what it is.
Ooh, yeah.
They're like mail order eyes. He'll send them to you. And as you
Russia?
leave the town, you see, or as you hand off Getepo to the town guard and explain the situation, they recognize you as the heroes that located the hideous murder of the dwarf by the self-incinerating gnome. And they take Getepo unquestioningly at your word for what happened. And the town erupts in cheer, saying that you've saved their Sunday market, and they praise you as heroes as you set off into the sunset out of Fron-Flingfar, probably never to return again.
Yeah, we're not coming back. This place is awful.
Gnomish
We're gonna help
society
Pagan
is
find his
very
family.
confusing.
At some point down the road, was it Brittany, the water Gifnasi?
Beth.
Beth.
Elizabeth. Yeah,
Beth and Scree, they come running out of the town with like cotton candy and hot dogs and funnel cakes, and you're just like, they catch up with you, and you
They
talk
had
and catch up as you head
better
out into the
adventure.
sunset.
Brahm welcomes them with his new eyes, which he sees both of them and sees several spirits standing behind them, and he just kind of puts a blindfold on.
I hate this.
I'm done.
Whee!
That's it. That's all I got.
Great job, guys. We
Good
did
job,
it.
buddy.
We
It ran a
bullied a
little
gnome
long.
into crying, and then bullied a different gnome into crying, and then let the crying gnomes fight it out.
Favorite parts, real quick?
Yeah, favorite
Fucking
parts.
obstacle course.
Yes, the obstacle course was fucking incredible.
Like how Pagan was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna like fly over.
Yeah.
It was like successive levels of like cool and like should have, because like Brahm like bamps his way through it like easy, and then Throom, I was fully expecting to take a shit ton of damage because I was like, I'm just gonna hit every trap. I don't care. I want to get to Brahm, and then I break everything on my way. The Dampier like walks along the wall to the edge. The fairy just flies to the platform. Like, I'm sorry, why didn't we do this the first time?
Yeah.
And Abel was just like, here I come.
Before his
Clearing my path.
DRKE just
Yeah.
Like a crop circle of inventions.
and I just put him to sleep. Said,
Yeah.
No more words.
Also, that like cacophony of contraptions was impressive. I heard each one. I was like, that's well thought out.
Yeah,
That's
it was really
that's
fun.
not just like pulling something out of your ass. Like, I don't know. There's toads on a pole, and there's buttons on the top, and they're poisonous toads. Like, I wouldn't be able to think of that on the spot.
They're cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
That was really
My
good.
favorite part was telling Thurm to get stuff out of his mouth.
That was fantastic.
Drop it.
That
I don't
was,
think
that was
anything
fun.
in this
The
house
first
is
book
going
tastes
into
like
our
cotton
mouth.
candy, and so Throom thinks books taste like cotton candy until he gets maybe 5 or 6 books in. It's like, maybe it was just that one book.
Yeah.
Alan, what was your favorite part?
I don't remember, but I couldn't breathe. because I was laughing. I don't know. I think there's someone's name, like Fizzy something Bottoms, but it was directly after another joke, and my mind just went places.
I think
So
that was
the whole spirit interrogation that was sexually charged without being sexually
watching
charged.
Sumner just be so disappointed in me was
No, I like
No,
that
I
someone was
wasn't
like
disappointed.
turning around like, I'm so bad
okay.
at my job.
No, I mean it like a
really
way that a
impressed.
parent is, where you're not mad, you're just disappointed.
That's the worst.
I was hamming it up, but yeah, I was just like, of course it's sexual. Like, it's just
I
funny.
didn't mean to.
I know, because I feel like that type of reaction almost makes it funnier. Like, so it's just
Spirit world is strange and
Yeah.
erotic. I can't explain it. Haven't you ever watched Medium?
Yeah. Or Ghost
I agree,
Whisperer.
Dylan.
Yeah, or Ghost Whisperer, or Supernatural. Supernatural's very erotic. Two hot boys just going around on adventures. Chaos.
It's in the name.
Chaos.
Anything else?
Supernatural.
I think that's it. Oh, Wednesday, we are taking a quick little week pause on Star Wars, and Nolan is going to be running a D&D one-shot, but then Star Wars will be back next week.
Oh my god, my character Barb.
Yeah,
I got some culottes.
The culottes.
My
It's gonna be
culottes.
a wild and wacky one shot. It's something I came up with like a few weeks ago. It's supposed to be run back in December, but it's gonna be insane. I don't know if it's gonna be good. I hope it's gonna be good, but it's definitely gonna be hilarious. So you should absolutely come check it out on Wednesday.
And
I'm playing a mid-40s Midwesterner who is wonderful.
Gosh. Oh,
Gosh.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. I might make, like a dad type character to go around with you there, Barb.
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no. You have a good time. I see you got your party culottes on, yeah.
They help me, like when I fall, it's like a feather fall, but like I fly.
Oh, well, you sure are looking fly in those culottes, Barb.
The star helped me.
If you want more of this, tune in 7:30 Central Time on Wednesday for the bounty or for the plane shift.
And next week, Bounty Board will have a new DM as Dylan steps into the chair.
That's me.
So
And
we'll
I'll
have
be
more
joining as a
announcements soon
player.
regarding our podcast. We will have announcements shortly regarding when that will debut. So keep an eye out in our Discord and our social media. Instagram and our Twitter are popping off. If you already follow us, thank you so much. And thank you so much for all the follows and subs from today, by the way. Thank you so much. That helps tremendously. And we are, of course, going to end off by tonight by saying thank you so much for coming by. And we're going to say hello to an old friend, the Raven Armed. Armed. The Raven Armed. I always read
Raven
it Armed.
Armed.
What's
The
our
Raven
Armed?
Armed.
Oh, jeez. He's called him the Raven
Oh,
Armed.
jeez, bud.
Much love, everyone. We'll see you on Wednesday. You look
Thanks
great.
for coming, guys.
Oh, thanks
Yeah,
for
what-
coming.
again,
it's
do
so
we have a raid
wonderful to
phrase?
see you. Gosh.
Ghosts are sexy.
They are.
Sexy ghosts? Question mark?
Sexy ghosts? Question mark.
Sexy ghost? Yeah, that should be the raid phrase. Sexy ghost.
Put holes in me and things in my holes.
Jesus.
Oh, that was good.
I wouldn't do that one, maybe.
That was so much.
Sexy.
I can't wait to look at the shit posting
so
channel in
sorry.
Discord for
Oh
all
my
these
god,
spicy
the memes are
memes.
like great tonight.
We have some amazing content creators that are in community, so join our Discord and you can look at the memes that they make during our shows. It's amazing.
And here we go.
Goodbye.
Bye.
That was
He's